Hey everyone, Firescale Audiobooks here. If there's a novel you'd love to hear more of, you can support us on Patreon or Ko-fi. Depending on your tier, I'll make extra parts just for the stories you're most excited about. Usually I can only upload 4 to 5 parts of each novel, but with your support, we can go beyond that. And of course, don't forget to hit subscribe. It helps more than you know.
King Beera laughed heartily, a true gentleman who seeks revenge. I like that, don't worry, I'll take care of this. Lin Xiao hummed in agreement then asked. There's something I'd like to ask you. King Hyoga laughed, is it about Night Queen Kiana? Lin Xiao nodded, what kind of person is she exactly? King Biluo was silent for a moment then slowly said. She was a goddess so beautiful that all the men in the world would willingly die for her. However, 100 years ago, her Night King temple vanished overnight, and she disappeared without a trace. After speaking, King Biluo gave a wry smile. I am merely the lord of a lowly city-state, and I have only met the goddess once. I am deeply honored that she has shown me such favor, granting me the opportunity to serve her for free. This is all I know, Lin Xiao laughed. No wonder there was nothing written on that IOU. It turned out that King Biluo didn't owe Kiana anything at all. Lin Xiao became increasingly curious about just how beautiful Kiana was, having been captivated by King Biluo after only one meeting. Immediately afterwards, King Biluo issued a server-wide announcement. Congratulations to player Jianyu for completing the True Dragon level dragon-seeking quest and receiving the special True Dragon level reward. Celebrate this day. The Dragon Hunt event has ended early. Everyone can now complete the quest. In addition to the Dragon Hunt rewards, each player will also receive a double EXP weekly card, granting double EXP for 1 week. The entire server erupted in celebration. Sword Feather is the only big shot I've ever met who eats the meat himself and then gives us the soup. I have no way to repay him except for a little sister, known as the Liu Yifei of Hong Kong, who has long admired him and is willing to dedicate herself to him in gratitude. If you see this, please message me privately. I'm absolutely sincere, what a coincidence. I also have a younger sister, known as the teenage version of Fei Wang. She's willing to dedicate herself to repay a debt of gratitude to a powerful figure. If you see this, please DM me, absolutely sincere. Holy crap, a bunch of beasts for a few game rewards. They actually sold their little sister's virginity. But I'm different, I'm known as Zhang Fei of Zhongyunkun. And I'm willing to offer Maya to the pros. Pros, please DM me if you see this, absolutely sincere. Outside the main hall of Sword Immortal City, Jingfeng Shangyu frantically grabbed Tu Sui's sleeve. Manager, what's going on? Wasn't it said that everyone could directly turn in the task and get the reward? Why can't I? Tu Sui sneered. Because someone specially designed a quest process for you. You have to kill 10 bosses in a row to complete the quest. And the quest requires you to kill them, so no team play allowed. There's only half an hour left until the event ends. And there are 10 bosses, all of which you have to solo. Jingfeng Shangyu was so terrified his eyes nearly popped out. Manager. You must be joking, are you kidding? Do I look like I'm joking? HMPH, let me tell you. This is a special package that Sword Feather had the Sword Sect Master personally arrange for you. Enjoy it, Sword Feather. Jingfeng Shangyu's lips trembled. He originally thought that by clinging to Tu Sui's coattails, he could surpass Lin Xiao. But he never expected that Lin Xiao's coattails would be even more powerful than his. Everyone else got a week of double experience except him. After 7 days, not only will Jian Yu be ahead, but even those A-level players might leave him far behind. Is this game still playable? While enjoying the moon and the breeze, he sat down on the ground completely dejected. Lin Xiao has already reached level 10. According to the game's rules, he should now assign himself a fixed class, because Eternal Journey is a very special game. Once the ring is bound, the account is for life and you can't create alternate accounts. Therefore, the official team gives players a 10-level newbie period to let them explore on their own and determine the class that best suits them. Once players have officially decided on the class they want to play, they can choose to train within a sect. Each sect has different skills, so it can be said that Under the same class, same skill level and the same talent. The strength of the sect determines success or failure. In his previous life, Lin Xiao chose the swordsman profession. But the swordsman's situation in the later stages was very awkward. Even though he later entered the Holy Light Academy, one of the strongest academies on the Holy Light continent, and learned the most advanced swordsman skills in the academy, he still could not change the awkward nature of the swordsman. Lin Xiao is not as tanky as other damage dealers, and his damage output is not as high as other damage-dealing classes. The reason why Lin Xiao can dominate the competition as a swordsman is entirely due to his extreme skill in dancing on the edge of a blade. There was a saying circulating in the game back then. In the Eternal Journey, there are only two kinds of swordsmen, those who are truly skilled and those who are utterly useless. It can be said that Lin Xiao single-handedly upheld the last vestige of dignity for the swordsman profession. However, dancing on the edge of a knife is an extremely dangerous thing. Lin Xiao himself can't even remember how many times he almost crashed and burned. You have to understand that in the later stages of the game is equivalent to reality. And the penalty for death is not just losing experience or equipment, but actual death. Lin Xiao frowned, hesitating about whether he should change his profession in this life. Changing professions is entirely feasible. Even if Lin Xiao played as a swordsman before level 10, he can switch to other professions. As for his equipment and skills, the system will automatically convert them into the same level equipment and skills for the new profession. Lin Xiao clicked on his sect profile: Swordsman Assassin, Mage Wizard Archer Gunner Berserker, Feathered Spirit Healer. There are 8 classes in total. Lin Xiao doesn't like tanks, so he naturally wouldn't choose Barbarian. He'd seen too many barbarians desperately absorbing damage in the front while their teammates just wandered around in fear. Especially those squishy archers. They'd only dare to go in and steal kills after their teammates had tied up the enemy and hacked them to low health. By the time the front line was dead, they couldn't escape Etherand after dying. They disgustingly say, "A bunch of stupid teammates." They didn't protect the ADC. They deserved to be wiped out. A healer was even less likely, in Lin Xiao's eyes. Some of his stupid teammates weren't worth saving. And besides, preferred killing to saving people. Just as Lin Xiao was hesitating about which profession to choose, the system Xiao Meng suddenly said, "Master, it's time for you to draw a prize." Lin Xiao then remembered that he was already level 10 and had accumulated 20 soul points. Lin Xiao quickly started the lottery. Ding. Congratulations on winning a job unlock card. A job unlock card. Lin Xiao was taken aback. Didn't he choose his own job? What else did he need to unlock? He quickly glanced at the prop description. Job unlock card after use. It unlocks one unknown job within your sect. There are other unknown professions besides the 8 main professions. Lin Xiao's mouth dropped open in disbelief. The Night King system had once again overturned his understanding of this game. Lin Xiao quickly clicked on the career unlock card. Ding. Congratulations. You have unlocked a new class, Sword Demon. Sword Demon. With a mix of excitement and shock, Lin Xiao clicked on the Sword Demon's class introduction. Professional jargon: killing is not a sin, but merely a way to achieve victory. When mortals fall by my sword, I am the devil. But when even gods fall by my sword, I am the only justice. Class characteristics: powerful output that never falters, while also compensating for weak defense with various skills. The only drawback is that it requires exceptional skill to master. Overall review: only suitable for players with exceptional skill levels. A top-tier player with exceptional skills. Lin Xiao's lips curled into a smile. He felt it would be simpler to just write that this class was only suitable for Sword Feather. Each of the other professions had its own flaws. So Lin Xiao chose a new profession, Sword Demon. Immediately, a beam of intense light burst forth from Lin Xiao's body. Shooting straight into the sky, his eyes had changed color. One blue and one red. His left eye was a deep cold blue, while his right eye was a sinister weary red. Even the extra flame mark on his forehead was also divided into 2 parts, one side was deep blue and the other was blood red. At the same time, black mist continuously emanated from his body, giving people a strong sense of oppression. Is this the original form of the sword demon? It seems pretty cool, ding. Initiating career transition. Job conversion involves changing previously learned skills and equipment to ensure that the player's previous efforts are not wasted. Such conversions usually involve enhancements. Otherwise, it would be excessive if a very strong swordsman were to become a mage with weaker skill damage and equipment stats. Lin Xiao had previously learned several sword skills, some of which required conversion. The Gale Slash transformed into the Gale Shadow Slash. Swift Wind Shadow Slash, sweep out a gust of wind, knocking back all enemies in its path and dealing massive damage. When an enemy is knocked back, you can teleport into the air and perform an aerial flying slash attack on the knocked back enemy. If the enemy is not knocked back, they will be marked with a Gale mark. The sword demon can then use this mark to teleport and perform a flying slash, but may be countered by the enemy. All other skills remain unchanged. However, it unlocked several new skills. When you choose a profession, you'll usually get a few initial skills as a bonus. That's standard practice. First, there are the passive skills. The more you kill, the fiercer you become. The sword demon has an insatiable thirst for slaughter. As the opponent's health decreases, the sword demon's attack power increases. For every 10% decrease in the enemy's health, the sword demon's attack power increases by 5%. Then comes a defensive skill. Fearless Wind Wall. The sword demon sweeps forward, creating a wall of wind that no enemy can pass through. All attacks are also reflected back at the enemy by the wind wall. Finally, there's an attack skill. Heavenly Fire Dragon. The sword demon thrusts forward with all his might, unleashing a 40-meter-long fire dragon. The dragon's charge deals massive fire magic damage to all enemies in its path, leaving a seed of fire within them. This seed explodes after 3 seconds, causing a second wave of explosive damage. Lin Xiao couldn't help but be stunned. This skill was actually fire damage from the 5 elements magic injury. But he only had physical attack weapons. Just as Lin Xiao was wondering, the system voice suddenly sounded, ding. Equipment enchanting conversion in progress. The enchantment of the ruined undead blade has been successfully completed. Immediately, the undead blade that was originally wrapped in orange flames in Lin Xiao's hand transformed into a double-edged longsword with one side ice blue and the other blood red. Ruined undead blade, enchanted. When using physical skills, the sword's blade turns an ice blue color. Attack power 524-610. When using the 5 elements magic damage skill, the enchantment changes, and the entire sword body turns blood red. Spell power 1054-1235. Additional attribute, blessed by fire element. Inflicts a burning effect on the target, causing continuous burning damage and slowing them by 30%. Special epic attribute, lifesteal plus 10%. Lin Xiao took a deep breath. He suddenly remembered that many major cities used to have enchanting equipment crafting masters, but they never provided any services to players. Lin Xiao had always thought that these NPCs were just decorations. Only today did he realize that they were not decorations. It was just that ordinary players were not their target audience. NLY players like him who have enchanting needs are the customers of those enchanted equipment manufacturers. Lin Xiao thought to himself, it seems I'll have to give those enchanted equipment manufacturers a proper visit another day. The lottery interface shows that after this lottery, the next lottery will require 25 soul points, which means you will have to wait until you reach level 15. Just then, a large number of system announcements started popping up like a volcano. Congratulations to player determined to never regret for successfully defeating the savage tooth crocodile and achieving the first kill achievement. Congratulations to player Dream of Valoran for successfully defeating the shadow demon and achieving the first kill achievement. Congratulations to player Su Yi for successfully defeating the zombie leader and achieving the first kill achievement. Today's dragon hunt event spawned many bosses. Although Lin Xiao found the true dragon, a cause for celebration, and players no longer need to fight bosses or complete quests. The first kill reward is something no one can refuse. Therefore, many skilled players, after completing the dragon-seeking quest, seized this opportunity to frantically farm bosses soon. All 50 spots on the Fearless Vanguard achievement list were filled. Lin Xiao topped the leaderboard with 7 first kills, while the 49 new players all had only 1 first kill. The Solo Kill King achievement list remains unchanged. After all, the Solo Kill achievement is something other players can only dream about right now. It's not something they can achieve at their current level. If the Solo Kill leaderboard is like this, then the Pentakill leaderboard is even more so. Ding. The total number of players on the achievement leaderboard has reached 50. The Master Channel is now officially open. The public chat channels in Eternal Journey initially consisted of only 5, the Nearby Channel, the Party Channel, the Guild Channel, the Sect Channel, and the World Channel. The World Channel costs money. A single message costs 100,000 gold coins, and 1 million gold coins can be used to pin a message to the top and add it in red. Now, a new Master Channel has been added to the chat channels. The so-called Master Channel is a channel specifically for experts to chat. This is like an official chat group specifically set up for them. A group of high-level players. And the standard for becoming a top player is to make it onto the leaderboard. Each category leaderboard has a limit on the number of people allowed. The later stage ranking leaderboard has the most participants, with the top 500 players eligible to be listed. Players who are pushed off the leaderboard are automatically removed from the ranks of top players and can no longer speak in the top player channel. The top users' IDs all have a special icon prefix, and the text displayed when they post is also specially designed with gold borders and red backgrounds, making it very eye-catching and instantly recognizable, exuding a high-class vibe. Immediately, the expert channel received its first comment. The player with the ID The Coolest Guy said, "Nobody's saying anything. Okay, I'll go first. Everyone here is a top-tier player, so speak with a bit more arrogance." The player with the ID Invincible Madman said, "Hahaha. That's right. Our strength has surpassed that of the entire server. Looking across the entire server, who dares to be our enemy? If we're not arrogant, who will be?" A player with the ID Forgiveness Hat Wholesaler said, "Hahaha. I love hearing Invincible Bro speak the truth like this. Anyone who disagrees, let them come into our pro channel to protest, provided they have the ability to do so." Watching these so-called experts speak, Lin Xiao shook his head speechlessly. He disdained associating with such people. But just then, a comment caught Lin Xiao's attention. A player with the ID Chinese letter asked, "Is Jianyu there? If so, reply." Because Lin Xiao had previously set his account to reject all friend requests, Fan Hua Ryu Zhu couldn't talk to him directly and could only send messages in the group chat. Flowers blooming like snow, Lin Xiao's heart skipped a beat, and memories of the past flooded back in her previous life. Fan Hua Ryu Zhu was known as the #1 female assassin in the Huxia server, and she truly deserved the title before reaching level 90. She, like everyone else, had never heard of the ID Sword Feather. But Lin Xiao always silently regarded her as a goddess. Lin Xiao watched every single game video she made. Although their professions were different, swordsmen and assassins were both professions that required extremely high skill. It could be said that Lin Xiao learned his early PK skills by watching Fan Hua Ryu Zhu's videos. Later, Lin Xiao finally managed to get into the top player channel, so he excitedly called out to Fan Hua Ryu Zhu in the group, wanting to ask Fan Hua Ryu Zhu for a friend slot. As a result, Fan Hua Ryu Zhu did not respond to him, and he was immediately ridiculed by hundreds of experts. Damn it, where did this country bumpkin come from? Do you think a country bumpkin like Ryuxu is someone you can even approach? If you can't find a mirror, why don't you take a P***s and look at yourself in the mirror? HMPH, don't embarrass yourself, you country bumpkin. This isn't your place, don't be so stubborn. The world of the pros isn't for trash like you who started as a C rank. Your luck's run out. Just wait, in less than an hour you'll be pushed down. F asterisk K your mother. You just kicked my brother out of the pro channel. And you dare to harass the goddess, you B asterisk D. Where are you now? I want to fight you one-on-one or you're my son. Because of his humble origins, Lin Xiao was besieged by everyone on his first day in the group. By then it was already late in the game. And the order of the game world had long since collapsed. PK was a gamble with one's life. But Lin Xiao did not back down that time. He killed a total of 15 powerful gods, and firmly established himself in the world of powerful gods. Fan Huaryu finally responded to him, saying that she only makes friends with people who can beat her. Therefore she has never had any friends. So Lin Xiao worked even harder and finally, he surpassed Fan Huaryu and became one of the 10 great gods. He and Fan Huaryu had originally agreed that they would meet in their true forms after he accepted his godhood. However, Lin Xiao failed to ascend to godhood, and their date naturally never happened again. Just as Lin Xiao was about to speak, the popular streamer Shark's Tale of Reminiscence interrupted. Where did this lowly girl come from? Do you think a lowly girl like you can fawn over our sword feather god? This guy was publicly humiliated by Lin Xiao during his live stream yesterday. I never expected he would actually infiltrate the expert channel. Moreover, he deliberately acted as a shill. The hat wholesaler said, "Hey brother Zhuyi. Don't be so harsh, she's a girl, have some manners." Recalling in the window ever said, "Hey. I was teaching her to have some self-awareness. Not to fawn over someone who doesn't appreciate it. Who is the sword feather god? I'm not bragging. None of you here are even worthy to carry his shoes." The arrogant and invincible man roared, "Hey. What the hell did you say? Say it again if you dare." Recalling in the wind, "Invincible bro. If you really have the guts, yelling at me here won't work. Even if you call me a simp for sword feather, I still have to say it. Don't think that just because you've joined the pro channel you can be on equal footing with sword feather. Haven't you seen that sword feather hasn't said a word yet? It's because he doesn't want to talk to you." The arrogant and invincible man roared. "You've got a sense of superiority from being a simp, haven't you? No wonder everyone calls you eating shit in the wind. It's your business if you fawn over Jian Yu, but I'm not. So what if he's Jian Yu? I don't care about anyone. You say I'm not qualified to carry his shoes. I say he's not worthy to lick my feet, so what? People who can get into this channel are all respectable and temperamental individuals in real life. The cross-dressing trolls in Remembering in the Wind aren't particularly clever. But these hot-tempered people are easily hooked. Immediately, the others also joined in the clamor. So what if Jian Yu is so great? I'd F asterisk K his mother. Would he dare F asterisk K his mother? Being silent makes you a jerk. My dog can't talk, is it a jerk? Recalling in the wind successfully stirred up hatred towards Lin Xiao among everyone in the group. At this moment, he couldn't be more pleased with himself. He had originally planned to resume broadcasting in a few days. But now he couldn't wait any longer. The moment the show Remembering in the Wind premiered, it immediately attracted a large number of onlookers. Unaware of the background, onlookers were completely stunned by the chat content in the expert channel. Seriously, so many people are insulting his mother. And Jian Yu hasn't even said a word, otherwise what? Everyone who can get into this channel is a pro. You don't really think Jian Yu has the ability to take on all the pros by himself, do you? Therefore, as the saying goes, arrogance brings rain and arrogance brings disaster. Jian Yu is just too arrogant. He snatched all the benefits for himself, leaving only scraps for others. Of course he won't have any friends. Just then Lin Xiao finally replied. Fools may have their luck, but idiots don't deserve it. I was originally planning to coexist peacefully with you, letting you get some top-tier rewards every day. But now I've changed my mind. From now on, you won't get a single penny of any of the rewards on the first kill leaderboard. Being a top player isn't just about chat effects and ID icons. There are also special achievement rankings where top players receive daily rewards, with the top 10 players receiving double rewards. For example, in the first kill achievement leaderboard, top players can receive 1 experience pill every day, while the top 10 players can receive 2. Furthermore, the number of experience pills increases with the player's level. Early-stage basic experience pills are indeed not worth much, but later-stage high-quality experience pills are worth far more than money. Because everyone's goal at that time was to reach the pinnacle of godhood. The world had changed, and real-world currency had become completely worthless. All the experts were stunned, but they immediately burst into laughter. King of Pretense Jian Yu truly lives up to his name. He dares to put on such a show. I'm truly impressed. We all rose to the top rank through our own abilities. You think you can just refuse to give us a reward like that? Who do you think you are? However, Lin Xiao said. A bunch of idiots. Please read the reward rules carefully yourselves. The top players quickly checked the rules for the first kill leaderboard, and the casual viewers also read through Fengzhang Zhuyi's livestream to understand the rules. One of the rules was specifically added to address players' passive attitude towards competing for the leaderboard. Players whose achievement points on the leaderboard are less than 1/10 of the champions will be automatically judged by the system as having engaged in passive play and will be disqualified from receiving rewards. For each player disqualified by the champion, the experience pill reward will increase by 1, up to a maximum of 10 experience pills per day. The madman immediately retorted, "Ha ha ha, sword feather. Is your math correct? Although we each only have 1 first kill point, you only have 7. There are no more bosses within Sword Immortal City. And it'll be midnight in 20 minutes. How are you planning to farm 10 achievement points?" Lin Xiao said, "I'm level 10 now, thank you." The hat wholesaler said, "So what if you're level 10? You still can't go to True Dragon City if you haven't completed the Tribulation quest." It turns out that players can't simply reach a certain level to travel to a higher level city-state. Instead, they must complete a Tribulation quest every 10 levels to prove their strength before the NPCs in the higher level city-states will receive them and provide services. Lin Xiao said, "I've entered the Dog Bull King's tomb." Thank you. The level 10 Tribulation quest involves entering the Dog Bull King's tomb and defeating the resurrected Dog Bull King. The experts and onlookers were all horrified. What? Jian Yu has already entered the Dog Bull King's tomb. You should know the Dog King's tomb is a dungeon. The regular monsters in the dungeon are all enhanced in terms of attributes. And there are also specially enhanced monsters. Those specially enhanced monsters are almost indistinguishable from the regular bosses outside. Lin Xiao did get a pentakill, but those were just ordinary black iron bosses outside. Besidish only got double kills on Qiu Ying and Xuan Ling. He soloed all the other bosses one by one. Even getting a double kill was so risky. If he encountered a group of enhanced dungeon mobs, could he withstand it if even the mobs are like this? Then the bosses are even more formidable. And according to official information, the resurrected Dog Bull King is not some iron tier boss, but a bronze tier boss. The official recommendation is that players should ideally be level 13 or higher before attempting the Dog King's tomb. S-rank players should form teams of at least 10 people, while players below S-rank should form teams of at least 40 people. But Jian Yu actually wanted to solo it all by himself. He's gone mad. This Jian Yu is absolutely insane. However, Lin Xiao himself did not think so. You can't talk about ice with a summer insect. His strength is far beyond the comprehension of those foolish onlookers. Lin Xiao was already on the first floor of the Dog Bull King's tomb. The long tomb passage was filled with tomb guardians, their bodies riddled with holes and rotting away. Scattered pieces of flesh clung to their mangled skeletons, a sight that made one want to vomit. Tomb Guardian, level 10. Health 3879, defense 404, attack 398. As expected of a dungeon mob, its stats are more than double those of the mobs outside. But compared to Lin Xiao, this doubled amount was completely insignificant. Without the slightest hesitation, Lin Xiao charged straight into the enemy ranks. 100-step flying sword, boom. The dazzling lightsaber illuminated the dark tomb passage. And these skeletons, buried underground for hundreds of years, finally saw the long-lost light. The light ignited the battle. The tomb guardians pierced by the lightsabers were reduced to shattered bones and scattered across the ground. Dying instantly, ding. Tomb Guardian defeated, experience plus 3849, gold plus 369. Ding killed the Tomb Guardian experience points plus 3849. Bone Ring X1, Ding Tomb Guardian defeated. Experience plus 3849 Bone Elemental X1 in front of Lin Xiao. The enhancement of their attributes does not help their own combat power at all. This enhancement is nothing more than giving Lin Xiao some more benefits. Lin Xiao cleared the first level of the tomb in just 3 or 4 minutes, and then came to a slope that led to the second level of the tomb, where the monsters had changed to poison hedgehog archers. Those mutated hedgehog spirits carrying skeletal bows had their poisonous quills trembling incessantly. Poison hedgehog archer, a mutated wild monster with upgraded attributes. Level 10 health points, 10,500 attack power, 840. Defense 520 skill, venomous spikes. When fighting enemies, they will shoot out venomous spikes from their bodies. These spikes deal subsequent poison damage, and the damage can stack. These attributes are indeed comparable to those of regular bosses outside, which is why it's so difficult for ordinary players to clear dungeons. But Lin Xiao is no ordinary player. Swift wind shadow slash, gust of wind swept through, and all the poison hedgehog archers in the tomb passage were knocked away. Health minus 5,240. Lin Xiao certainly didn't expect his damage output to be enough to instantly kill these leveling monsters. The instant the poison hedgehog archers were knocked away, Lin Xiao's figure flashed in and followed up with a flying slash in midair. Boom, the blade's light was dazzling and blinding. Those poison hedgehog archers didn't even have a chance to land before being sliced into dead in midair. Ding killed the poison hedgehog archer. Experience points plus 7854 gold coins plus 769, ding. Killed a poison hedgehog archer experience points plus 7854. Excellent poison sting X1, ding. Killed poison hedgehog archer experience points plus 7854. Cloud eagle bow X1. Lin Xiao glanced at the cloud carving bow that had dropped. It was a yellow grade item. Even the so-called gods in the expert channel would never have more than 3 pieces of yellow grade equipment, let alone ordinary players. Who could get this kind of equipment from a random monster? This showed how high the rewards from dungeons were. The experience points gained by the poison hedgehog archer have doubled again. Although running dungeons is a time-consuming, laborious, and dangerous activity, Lin Xiao has turned it into a delightful feast of reaping experience and equipment. 100-step flying sword. The lightsaber pierced straight through the tomb passage like a dragon striking its own lair. Although the poisonous hedgehog archers were not depleted of their health, Lin Xiao did not turn back to engage them. Instead, he continued to charge forward without hesitation. Sure enough, less than 3 seconds later, all the poison hedgehog archers who were desperately chasing Lin Xiao were finished off by the subsequent severe bleeding. Cross-shaped evil crescent slash. Lin Xiao was already fast, and with the attack speed boost from the 5-kill ring, his sword slash and horizontal slash were almost overlapping. Bang! The cross-shaped sword beams mercilessly sliced through all the poison hedgehog archers in their path. Heavenly Fire Dragon. The tattered undead blade in Lin Xiao's hand was enchanted. Turning completely blood, redand a fire dragon roared out, emitting a piercing dragon's cry as the fire dragon passed. Most of the poison hedgehog archers' health bars were emptied, leaving them with only a sliver of health. A spark of fire was also planted in their hearts. After a brief 2 seconds, bang! The fire burst forth from within, burning them to ashes. Lin Xiao crushed his way through, and after 7 or 8 minutes, he finally arrived at the entrance to the 3rd floor. At this point he had already reached level 11 finally. In the 3rd level of the tomb, He saw the resurrected Dog Bull King, a giant monster with the head of a dog and the body of a bull, with blood-soaked cleavers hanging from its waist. Dog King level 10 grade, bronze health points 53,100. Attack power 1932, defense 2119. Skill deadly throwing knife. Throws a throwing knife at the target. When the knife hits the target, it deals terrifying damage and inflicts a tearing wound that bleeds for 10 seconds. The bleeding damage can stack while the target is bleeding. Their movement speed is reduced by 50%. Deadly throwing knife throws 3 or more knives at the target at once. If they hit the target, attack speed and damage are increased by 50%. As expected of a bronze boss, its stats and skills are incredibly overpowered. Not only does it have extremely high HP and defense, but its attack power is also ridiculously high. Lin Xiao checked the time and decided to finish quickly. Swift Wind Shadow Slash. A gust of wind swept across the Dog Bull King, and a damage number appeared above its head, health minus 4,125. It dealt over 1,000 less damage than when fighting regular monsters, which is understandable given the Dog King's extremely high defense. Moreover, because it was a boss, the Dog Bull King was not knocked away, but a gale mark appeared above its head, roar and raged. The Dog Bull King immediately swung a cleaver at him. Flying Slash. Lin Xiao used the flash of his flying slash to successfully dodge the flying knife, and his landing point was very tricky. Slashing down behind the Dog Bull King, HP minus 4,598. Lin Xiao's passive ability, the more you slash, the stronger you become, began to take effect. The more health the Dog Bull King lost, the stronger Lin Xiao's attacks became. Roar. The Dog Bull King roared in fury, drew his twin swords from his waist, and turned to slash wildly, 100-step flying sword. Lin Xiao had anticipated this after the flying slash. He didn't greedily try to finish off the enemy with a basic attack, but instead used his 100 steps flying sword to escape. The instant he landed, Lin Xiao turned and swung his sword. Fearless Wind Wall. The moment the wind wall rose, 5B **** G knives struck it. This is Lin Xiao's combat experience. Even without looking back, he can guess his opponent's moves. If Lin Xiao had been half a beat slower, those 5 cleavers would have killed him. The Dog Bull King flew into a rage, throwing knife after knife, but none of them could break through the wind wall's defenses. Slay the moon with your sword, HP minus 5,289. Spanning all directions, health minus 6,014. The Dog King's health is getting lower and lower, while Lin Xiao's damage is getting higher and higher. Heavenly Fire Dragon. The wind wall disappeared the moment the fire dragon passed through the body of the Bull King. Sharp blade assault, Lin Xiao lunged forward and thrust the ruined undead blade piercing the body of the Dog Bull King, who finally had the chance to strike Lin Xiao. The 1560 damage did indeed hurt Lin Xiao, but he didn't care anymore because the battle was over. The Heavenly Fire Dragon's flames erupted, and Lin Xiao delivered the final blow to the Dog Bull King, whose entire body was engulfed in flames. Bang. The Dog Bull King's massive body was cleaved in two by the flames. Looking at the game time, Feng Zhangzhui smirked smugly. It's almost midnight. My experience pill reward will arrive soon. Looks like reaching level 8 tonight shouldn't be a problem. So getting free experience every day. I'm almost embarrassed. Since you're too embarrassed, then don't take it. Go home and eat shit. 20 minutes later, Lin Xiao spoke again on the expert channel. Recalling in the wind laughed loudly. No way, Giant you. You failed at showing off, so you're taking it out on me. I was live streaming, everyone saw it, right? Everyone knows what kind of person Giant you is, right? Does someone like that even deserve our support? Haha, Giant you've really ruined yourself today. Lin Xiao did not respond, because the system had already responded on his behalf. Ding! Congratulations to player Giant for successfully defeating the Dog Bull King. First kill of a bronze boss achieved. Reward 10 first kill achievement points. Ding. Daily leaderboard settlement begins. Player Giant has achieved a first kill point of 17, securing today's leaderboard championship. Thank you Ding Tok, Ling and Sui for the gifts. To be honest, I've been sick lately and haven't been able to update much. So I'm really grateful to receive your donations. Thank you. A single bronze-level boss directly rewarded Lin Xiao with 10 first kill points, giving him an exceptionally high first kill score of 17 points, making him the undisputed champion. On the solo kill achievement leaderboard, Lin Xiao's solo kill points have also risen to 17, which means that he also solo killed the Dog Bull King boss. The onlookers were in an uproar, with almost everyone complaining that the official setting for SSS-level players was far too overpowered, leaving ordinary players with absolutely no hope of surpassing them. But Fan Huaryu Zhu fell into deep thought. As an SSS-level player, she was well aware of the gap between herself and Lin Xiao. So she was puzzled as to why Lin Xiao, also an SSS-level player, was so much stronger. Just as Fan Huaryu Zhu was wondering what was going on, a friend request came through. Fan Huaryu Zhu's expression changed. It was Jian Yu who took the initiative to add her. The championship has already been claimed by Lin Xiao. More importantly, all of his competitors on the leaderboard only have one first kill point, which is less than 1/10 of the minimum award standard. Immediately, the system ranking rewards settlement is complete. According to system statistics, all players on the leaderboard except the champion are disqualified from receiving the prize. The champion receives the maximum reward, 10 intermediate experience pills. We hope the other players will try their best tomorrow. The experts immediately got angry. The invincible madman roared in fury, sword feather. The rewards for top players belong to all of us top players. Now you've ruined them all, you be ****D, let me tell you. If you don't give us satisfactory compensation today, we will never let you go. Lin Xiao originally intended to coexist peacefully with them, but they were foolishly manipulated by Feng Zhangzhui. And they cursed Lin Xiao's ancestors for 18 generations. It was already kind enough that Lin Xiao didn't cause them any trouble. Yet they dared to ask Lin Xiao for compensation. Lin Xiao scoffed, "A reward for you, what a joke. Without the charity of the strong, no reward is for weaklings like you. The weak suffer no justice, the strong are always right. Don't you understand such a simple principle as the survival of the fittest? I know you're not convinced, but you'd better keep it to yourselves." The arrogant and invincible man was practically fuming. "You said it yourself. Fine, we'll meet in True Dragon City tomorrow at this time. Don't think you're the only one with this fortuitous encounter. I'll have it too. Then I'll make you beg for double the compensation." Lin Xiao scoffed, "Fine. I'll be waiting for you in True Dragon City tomorrow." The onlookers were immediately excited. A gaming legend has publicly challenged someone to a duel. There's going to be some juicy gossip tomorrow. Lin Xiao swallowed 10 experience pills at once, instantly leveling up to level 12. Although there was no level leaderboard yet, Lin Xiao remembered that on the second day after the server opened, the highest level player was a foreign expert, who was also an official player secretly trained by the state. However, even with the backing of powerful national resources, that expert only managed to reach level 9. Lin Xiao began sorting through the spoils of war. As a bronze-level boss, the Dogbull King's rewards were naturally extraordinary. Windwalker's helmet level 10 grade, orange epic. Health 645, physical defense 312, spell defense 415. Additional attribute, physical defense plus 304. Epic attribute, radiant shield. Grants immunity to one enemy attack. The shield breaks upon being attacked, initiating a cooldown of 40 seconds. This attribute is quite good. Even if Lin Xiao is skilled and has defensive skills like Wind Wall, he will inevitably make mistakes and fall into dangerous situations sometimes. With the Spirit Shield, he can be saved when Lin Xiao is in danger. In addition, there are the Wind Whisperer's armor, the Wind Fencer's leggings and the Wind Rider's boots, all of which are orange epic level equipment. These items make up the complete Wind series defensive gear set. Besides its impressive base stats, it also has an additional active set skill, Wind set skill Flash. Flash instantly teleport to the target location. With a maximum distance of 20 meters. Your figure disappears during the flash. Avoiding all damage, set bonus can be extracted as a skill. Originally, skills that come with equipment like this would become unusable after changing equipment. However, set bonuses can be extracted and become your own skills. So you can still use them even if you change equipment in the future. Lin Xiao then chose to extract the skill and put on this set of defensive gear. Lin Xiao's health officially increased to 3,000. And his defense and physical defense also officially exceeded 1,000. Although Lin Xiao always pursued the ultimate attack power, he never neglected to replenish his defense and health. After all, only by staying alive can one have the opportunity to contribute. Besides the defensive gear, Lin Xiao was most interested in a piece of magic jade. It was a piece of emerald green jade with no specific use. But it did have a written description. Illusion Stone, a piece of jade imbued with demonic energy. For specific instructions on its use, consult enchanted equipment merchants in various regions. You'll often find unexpected surprises. Many top players had obtained this kind of illusionary magic stone before. And Lin Xiao remembered it very well at that time. Those top players were furious and cursed the official for being a ripoff. They worked so hard to get the first kill, only to be rewarded with a useless piece of broken stone. That's because in the previous game, no players unlocked new classes, so these items were naturally useless to them. But things are different now. Lin Xiao had been thinking about having a good chat with those enchanting merchants sometime. But he didn't expect the opportunity to come so soon. Enchanting merchants are usually only found in high-level city-states. So this trip to True Dragon City is a good opportunity to visit them. Lin Xiao had completed the level 10 Tribulation quest. So he returned to Night Cry Island to collect his level 10 Tribulation rewards. But just then a message popped up from Fan Hua Ryuzu. She had sent a voice message directly, making communication much more convenient. Lin Xiao thought for a moment and accepted the call invitation. Hello, do you have a moment to chat now? Trust me, I'm here to help you. Her beautiful and sweet voice was like heavenly music. Both familiar and yet seemingly from a long time ago. Although only 3 days had passed since his previous life, it felt like a lifetime to Lin Xiao, who had experienced it all. Lin Xiao smiled. You'll help me, what can you do to help me? You shouldn't have argued with that arrogant and invincible person just now. If you agree, I can immediately use my connections to smooth things over for you. Lin Xiao's tone was cold and indifferent. No need. I don't take him seriously, no, believe me. He wasn't bragging when he said he had a stroke of good fortune. As far as I know, it's a hidden treasure map that needs to be unlocked in True Dragon City. Once unlocked, it will open a hidden dungeon event that everyone can participate in. But as the owner of the treasure map, he's invincible during the event. Once he gets the event rewards, you'll be in big trouble. Lin Xiao's eyes lit up. You mean the St. Laurent treasure map? Fan Hua Ryuzu was taken aback. How did you know? Lin Xiao smiled indifferently. I know far more than you do. A mere arrogant, invincible one thinks he can be invincible in the St. Laurent maze. I can only say he's dreaming. Although Lin Xiao didn't care about the arrogant and invincible man, he still expressed his gratitude for Fan Hua Ryuzu's reminder. Fan Hua Ryuzu said somewhat angrily, your confidence is really a bit too much. Fine. You just won the championship prize, you are in a good mood. It's inevitable that your mindset will become a little arrogant. Right now you won't listen to anything I say. I hope we can meet in True Dragon City tomorrow when the event starts. And then we can talk in detail how about that. Lin Xiao said, okay, see you in True Dragon City tomorrow. After hanging up the voice call, Lin Xiao arrived at the Night King's temple, where the suspended blue crystal once again emitted an X-shaped light. Ding! Congratulations on receiving the level 10 Tribulation reward pack. Ding! The Tribulation Transcending gift pack has been unlocked. Congratulations on obtaining the skill books, Void Divine Eye. Holy light descends. Void Divine Eye activates the Eye of Divine Sense, allowing one to see through all obstacles within a 100-meter radius, exposing all enemystrip secret passages and other hidden dangers. Holy light descends, unleashes a beam of holy light. While the light shines, all enemies within its range will be briefly blinded for 2 seconds and suffer extremely high true light magic damage. Lin Xiao's eyes lit up. Skills with light attribute damage are rare. No matter how high your defense is, it's useless against light attribute skills because they deal true damage and ignore both defenses. Besides the extremely high true damage, more importantly, the blinding effect of light attribute skills is also effective against bosses. In the previous life, light attribute skills were standard equipment for top-tier players. It was precisely because of the existence of such skills that the already weak swordsman in the later stages became even more awkward. Even Lin Xiao, without having prepared all the necessary specialized equipment, wouldn't dare to easily engage in a duel with a magic-based master who had learned several light attribute skills. This skill was originally supposed to appear in various academies after level 50. But Lin Xiao has already learned it at only level 12. Lin Xiao's lips curled into a smug smile. If he was merely confident about the St. Laurent Maze event before, now he had already secured the event rewards the next day. As soon as Lin Xiao opened his eyes in bed, he saw Zai Min sitting on a stool in front of his bed. She rested her chin on her hand, blinked, and grinned at the newly awakened Lin Xiao. Lin Xiao was so startled that he immediately sat up. Hey, don't you have any ladylike decency at all? I'm a man too, you know. You sneaked into my room. Aren't you afraid of walking into the lion's den? Before Lin Xiao could finish speaking, Zai Min nonchalantly scoffed. Who's the sheep and who's the tiger is still uncertain. Lin Xiao was utterly speechless. Fine, I give up. What do you want from me anyway? Zai Min said. Hey, you should know about the duel between Madman and Sword Feather. Right? Lin Xiao frowned. I know, what's it to you? Zai Min said. Of course it's related. Invincible Man grinded all night and only logged off this morning. He's already level 9. His team has already announced that he'll definitely reach level 10 tonight and clear the Dog King dungeon. Although the official recommendation is to only attempt the Dog King dungeon after level 12. If a player with unparalleled madness can find dozens of S-rank or higher players to team up with, it is indeed possible to clear it. Albeit dangerously and slowly, Zai Min continued. It's said that he'll be unlocking a treasure map in True Dragon City tonight, and all players will be able to participate in the event. Hey, although he's a bit of a jerk judging from this, he's actually quite a decent person. He's willing to share his treasure map with the entire server. Lin Xiao rolled his eyes. Seriously? I can't believe there's actually someone as naive as you in this world. Zai Min was taken aback. What's wrong? Lin Xiao then said. For privately initiated events like the St. Laurent treasure map, the organizers usually have all sorts of superhuman abilities from the start. You could say the winner is already predetermined, and everyone else is just there to boost the event's popularity for free. The higher the event's popularity, the richer the winner's reward. Now you understand why Mad Invincible is so kind as to invite all players to participate in his event. After Lin Xiao's explanation, Zai Min suddenly realized, wow. No wonder this guy was so kind. Turns out he's using our lives to boost his event's popularity. I was originally going to ask you if you had any inside information. But no, this is a trash event. Anyone who goes is an idiot. I'm not going to. But Lin Xiao immediately smiled again. You don't need to be so angry. Actually, it's not impossible for you to gain some benefits from the event. Zai Min quickly said. You have a way? Quickly tell me. Lin Xiao said, according to the information I've gathered, there will be a surprise reward event after the St. Laurent Maze adventure ends. This surprise reward is specifically for those participants who did not receive a reward. And the person who wins the final grand prize will not receive it. However, the rules for these private events are all privately set. The person who wins the grand prize can decide where the final 3 Easter eggs will appear. If you can predict where the eggs will appear and wait there beforehand, you can naturally join the winner in winning. Zai Min rolled her eyes at Lin Xiao. You said it yourself. The winner has already been reserved by Mad Invincible. He'll definitely give the prize to his trusted confidant. How could it possibly be me? Lin Xiao retorted. Hey. I only said he had all sorts of superhuman abilities from the start. But I didn't say he was the predetermined winner. Zai Min frowned. If it wasn't him, who else could it be? Lin Xiao shook his head speechlessly. Seriously. Which super expert has been the most talked about these past 2 days? Do I really need to remind them? Zai Min's eyes lit up. You mean Jian Yu? Lin Xiao nodded. Zai Min retorted irritably. What you're saying is the same as saying nothing at all. I know Jian Yu, but he doesn't know me. Lin Xiao shrugged. That's none of my business. Jian Yu will definitely be attending tonight's event. If you're lucky, you might run into him. As for whether you can get him to give you a treat, that depends on your own abilities. Zai Min considered for a moment. Okay. Thanks for the inside information. If I get to have some soup with the expert tonight, I promise I'll give you a slice too. I have a yellow tier item, I'll give it to you for free. How about that? Am I generous enough? Lin Xiao's eyes nearly rolled back. Thinking to himself, I already have hundreds of yellow tier equipment in my warehouse. Why would I need your reward? Lin Xiao said directly. You should treat me to a meal instead. A gentleman doesn't take what others cherish. You should keep such good equipment for yourself. After seeing Zai Min off, Lin Xiao got up and had breakfast. Having not gone shopping for a long time, he went out again and bought himself a few trendy brand items. He was in a good mood because he knew that tonight would be another fruitful night for him. At noon, Lin Xiao returned to his rented apartment and logged into the game. True Dragon City is a city-state said to have been founded by the descendants of an ancient dragon. In the center of the city-state, there is a river hundreds of feet wide, flowing from east to west, dividing the vast city-state into north and south parts. The roar of dragons can be heard from the river from time to time, making people's hearts tremble. The entire city is magnificent and imposing, several times more grand than Sword Immortal City. Today is the 3rd day since the server opened, and True Dragon City has finally welcomed its first guest. Various city patrol teams patrol the streets, and various NPCs are waiting for players to ask questions on the streets, while others are waiting for customers to come to their shops and houses. Players like Lin Xiao, who frequently enter and exit True Dragon City, cannot travel to the North City, therefore, he can only accept quests and find work in the South City. Many NPCs have special quest icons above their heads. Most of these quests are ordinary quests, which are fine for average players. But super players like Lin Xiao would disdain to accept such useless quests. Soon, Lin Xiao found the person he was looking for under a dragon willow tree by the river. Xin Yiku, the enchanted equipment merchant. Xin Yiku was a slovenly old man with a goatee and a smug look. He was wearing a ridiculous, tattered robe and was dozing off against a tree trunk. Lin Xiao stepped forward. Hey, a customer's here. Xin Yiku, without even opening her eyes, said impatiently. Look carefully, I'm an enchanted equipment merchant. I don't serve newbies. If you want to buy junk equipment, go find one of those junk specialty shops in town. Lin Xiao said, do you think I'm trash? Xin Yiku opened his eyes in displeasure. Lin Xiao's tattered, undead blade was pressed against the tip of his nose. Xin Yiku blurted out, holy shit, the transformed, dilapidated undead blade already possesses enchanted attributes. While Lin Xiao's heterochromatic eyes and the 2 colored flames on his forehead both indicate his identity, he is not one of the top 8 professional gamers. Instead, it's a completely new class that has never existed before, the Sword Demon. Haha, young hero, don't get agitated. Let's talk this out. Please put your sword away first, thank you. Lin Xiao sheathed the broken undead blade and went straight to the point. How do I use this illusionary demon stone? Upon seeing the illusionary demon stone, Xin Yiku's eyes widened, staring intently at it. Can I pick it up and get a better look? Lin Xiao did not object. Xin Yiku took the illusionary demon stone from his hand, pretended to look at it for a willing, then feigned a sigh. This stone is so not bad, how about this? I'll take a loss and give you a Windrunner's necklace and a Windbinder's ring. So you can have a complete set of orange epic gear. You can keep this illusionary stone. Lin Xiao gave a cold laugh and snatched the illusionary demon stone back from Xin Yiku's hand. Farewell. After saying that, Lin Xiao turned and left. Not all NPCs in Eternal Journey are good people. Many unsuspecting new players get scammed. Lin Xiao, who often deals with various NPCs, a seasoned veteran. He immediately recognized that Xin Yiku was a shrewd merchant and naturally wouldn't fall for it. Sure enough, Xin Yiku panicked and quickly caught up. Young man, don't be impulsive, forget it. I'll spit out some more blood and enchant all your equipment with epic items. Is that all right? Hey, this is a really good price for me. I have an 80-year-old mother to support, an 18-year-old wife to raise, and a bunch of kids to feed. You have to let me make a little profit. However, Lin Xiao did not stop finally. Xin Yiku forcefully stopped Lin Xiao, stomping her foot angrily. Fine, I give up. Whether you run the special dungeon or not, I'll give you another dungeon farming artifact, the Netherfire Seed. Seeing that Lin Xiao still wouldn't agree, Xin Yiku gritted her teeth. Add another beginner's alchemy manual. Lin Xiao was taken aback. Hey, I'm not very well educated. Don't try to fool me. How could someone who sells equipment have a pharmacist's skill book? Xin Yiku replied, oh, you don't need to worry about that. I have the goods for you. Just tell me if you want to exchange them or not. After studying the alchemical texts, one can create all sorts of miraculous elixirs. These are not ordinary potions that restore health or mana, but real elixirs that can produce extraordinary effects. To put it simply, in his previous life, no top player didn't use drugs when engaging in PvP battles. Even Lin Xiao would spare no expense to buy some highly effective pills for self-defense during life-or-death duels. Lin Xiao's lips curled into a smile. Deal. The warehouse manager breathed a sigh of relief. Although the investment was a bit large and the profit wasn't as much as expected, overall it was still quite worthwhile. Ding. The Windwalker's helmet has been successfully enchanted. Windwalker's helmet, enchanted level 10. Grade Orange Epic Health, 745. Physical Defense, 462. Spell Defense, 525. Epic Attribute, Radiant Shield. Grants immunity to one enemy attack. The shield breaks upon being attacked, initiating a cooldown period of 40 seconds. Enchantment Attribute, Dual Defense Switching. When attacked by physical attacks, spell defense automatically switches to physical defense. When attacked by magic attacks, physical defense automatically switches to spell defense. The enchantment is indeed powerful. In addition to the improved attribute values, it is also quite intelligent as a result. As long as you are attacked by a single type of attack, it is equivalent to automatically doubling your defense immediately. Xin Yiku enchanted all the other Wind Series equipment for Lin Xiao, and finally gifted him an enchanted Windwalker necklace and a Wind Hermit ring. Windrunner necklace, level 12, grade Orange Epic. Attack power 198 to 16. Enchantment attribute, experience gain plus 15%. Wind Hermit ring, level 12. Grade Orange Epic. Spell power 399 for 51. Enchantment attribute, experience gain plus 15%. It's an experience boosting trinket. This was truly unexpected for Lin Xiao. He already had a lifetime double experience bonus, and now the two accessories could increase his experience gain by another 30% per hour, which meant that he would get an extra hour of experience for every 3 hours of grinding. It's only afternoon now. If the invincible madman wants to reach level 10 and has already cleared the Dog King dungeon, it will take at least until 10 o'clock. Lin Xiao can take this opportunity to further improve his level and strength. Netherfire Seed, a seed of fire filled with the resentment of ghosts. Once ignited, it can be controlled by one's own will. The power of the Netherfire is unparalleled, however. It must be used with caution against bosses, and its duration is limited to 1 hour. This is the dungeon-clearing artifact that Xin Yiku mentioned. With Even if Ren Kwangwudi uses cheats, he still won't be able to beat Lin Xiao immediately. Lin Xiao said coldly, "Where's the beginner-level alchemy manual?" Xin Yiku sighed and reluctantly took out a beginner's alchemy manual. "I just won this from the pharmacist Jai Baikao in the south of the city. I haven't even had a chance to enjoy it yet." Lin Xiao snatched the phone from Xin Yiku's hand, revealing a mischievous and smug smile. "Thanks." At this moment Lin Xiao is level 12. After the full set of enchantments, his health has reached 4,000 and his defense is 1,500. If he is facing a single target attack, the enchantment conversion can reach 3,000. So he came to the misty forest outside True Dragon City. A paradise for leveling up, but also a hell where death could strike at any moment. Because there are tons of monsters here, but it's always shrouded in black mist. Whenever players get into the swing of things, some boss might already be taking advantage of the mist to sneak up behind them. With their vision obstructed, players are completely unaware of the danger. By the time the bosses launch their surprise attack, players are basically doomed and have to return to town. As soon as Lin Xiao stepped into the forest, he was immediately surrounded by black mist. With the help of the faint moonlight, he could only barely see within a range of 20 or 30 meters. On the ground in front of him crawled more than a dozen highly venomous vipers, their heads raised high, their forked black tongues flicking out as they hissed at Lin Xiao. This was a warning to Lin Xiao not to go any further. Lin Xiao activated his Void Iand instantly. All the black mist within a 100-meter radius disappeared from his sight. Only then could he see clearly that from the distant bushes to where he was standing, it was all filled with these highly venomous vipers. The snakes hissed and made a rustling sound, like ocean waves. The grass rippled and undulated due to the snakes' movements, like waves stacked one on top of the other. Their upright bodice flat heads, small eyes that gleam with a sinister light, and hissing sounds are terrifying. Venomous viper, a type of venomous snake that can spew deadly venomous mist. Level 14 health points, 5412 defense, 314. Spell power 587 skill, sprays poison mist at enemies. Poisoned enemies will suffer poison gas damage for 5 seconds. The damage will stack if an enemy is sprayed with poison mist repeatedly. Suddenly, all of Lin Xiao's equipment turned crimson. This was because these venomous vipers were all magical attackers, and the enchanted armor automatically converted all of its physical defense into magical defense. Lin Xiao swiftly charged into the snake formation Few. Few Few. The highly venomous vipers immediately swarmed and attacked, continuously spewing green poisonous mist at Lin Xiao. Health -1, health -1, health. Damage values of to blood loss kept floating above Lin Xiao's head. This was because, after Lin Xiao's enchantment transformation, his magic defense had exceeded the maximum damage value of these venomous vipers. This HP is already a small amount of incentive damage forcibly deducted by the game's damage calculation system. Otherwise Lin Xiao wouldn't have lost any HP at all. Lin Xiao had already anticipated this outcome, which is why he dared to risk attracting nearly 200 highly venomous vipers. Even though the viper's damage was cumulative, it still wouldn't reach Lin Xiao's defense level, and his health would only decrease by 1. Sharp blade assault. Lin Xiao suddenly turned around and rushed into the vast swarm of snakes. By this time, the snakes had crowded into a circle more than 20 meters in diameter. Those linear area of effect skills are no longer enough to wipe them out in one go. Holy light descends. Lin Xiao pointed the tattered undead blade in his hand straight at the night sky. A flash of light appeared at the tip of the sword, followed by a dazzling display of light. Those highly venomous vipers were like a school of fish fry, thrown into the scorching desert and roasted by the blazing sun, instantly turning into dried fish. Under the holy light there are no survivors. Ding. Killed a highly venomous viper, experience points plus 4852. Snake bone cloak x1. Ding. Killed a highly venomous viper. Experience points plus 4852 Viper Venom X1 Ding. Killed a highly venomous Viper. Experience points plus 4852. Viper Blood X1. These highly venomous Vipers weren't regular dungeon monsters. Even with Lin Xiao's lifetime double experience time, the experience gain couldn't possibly be this high. However, Lin Xiao had just obtained an experience necklace and an experience ring, which would add another 30% to his experience points. So such a high gain wasn't surprising. Lin Xiao wasn't interested in equipment, but he did want Viper Venom and Viper Blood. These two materials were perfect for him to practice with, since mastering the basic alchemy manual required constant practice to improve proficiency. Soon the highly venomous Vipers respawned in the forest filled with poisonous gas and mist. Lin Xiao, like a fisherman, used his own body as bait to lure these silly, foolish fish together, then die. The Viper blood and venom in Lin Xiao's inventory accumulated rapidly, and his experience bar steadily increased amidst the wails of the Viper swarm. If the arrogant and invincible man wants to reach level 10, Lin Xiao won't stop and wait for him to do so. Hopefully his expression won't be too unpleasant then. Bang! After 2 hours of frantic grinding, amidst a dazzling display of light, Lin Xiao reached level 13 then. Lin Xiao changed to another hilltop and arrived at a blackwater lake. In the swampy mud by the lake, a large number of black crocodiles lay sprawled. Some of these man-eating crocodiles reached 5 or 6 meters in length. These were all enhanced versions of man-eating crocodiles. Although these enhanced man-eating crocodiles had abnormal attributes in every aspect, Lin Xiao didn't care. With the enchantment transformation, Lin Xiao's equipment turned entirely blue, and all his magical defense was instantly converted into physical defense. Lin Xiao then began to position himself to lure the monster. Physical close-range attacks were basically impossible to hit him, even if he occasionally suffered 1 or 2 attacks that he couldn't avoid. The small amount of damage he took was nothing more than a small favor to Lin Xiao. Swift Wind Shadow Slash. Ordinary man-eating crocodiles would die instantly, while the enhanced versions would only suffer an extra slash in midair. Besides his exceptional experience and vast amount of equipment, Lin Xiao also acquired a considerable amount of man-eating crocodile gallbladders. This is excellent material for making pills. It's exactly what Lin Xiao needs. Suddenly, a terrifying bolt of lightning flashed out from the mist, shooting straight at Lin Xiao. Normally, even Lin Xiao would be completely unable to react to such a sudden attack. However, before the lightning bolts had fully burst out of the mist, the fearless wind wall had already risen. Bang! The electric sparks flew as the lightning struck the fearless wind wall. But Lin Xiao was unharmed immediately. An Angolan ceratopsian rushed out and roared at Lin Xiao. It seemed very unwilling. It couldn't understand why its perfect sneak attack had been blocked. Little did it know, its every move had already been observed by Lin Xiao's void divine eye, who was just waiting for it to come to him. Lin Xiao's lips curled into a cold smile. Everyone else was grinding levels here, fearing that the bosses would suddenly appear and give them an unforgettable and cruel surprise. Lin Xiao, however, is different. What he wants is the boss. How refreshing it would be to occasionally take on a couple of bosses to perk you up during the boring grind of leveling up. He had been grinding for over 2 hours without any bosses coming to deliver gifts. So he changed locations. Now that he's changed locations, business is coming his way. Angolan Triceratops, level 14. Grade Bronze. Health points 54,200. Spell power 4128. Defense 2180. Skill Lightning Strike fires a powerful bolt of lightning at the enemy, dealing high amounts of lightning magic damage to those hit. Thunderous Might lightning crackles like a spiderweb. If an enemy is struck by 2 or more bolts, they will be stunned for 1 second. Magic damage is always higher than physical damage. Lin Xiao was well aware of this, but the Angolan horned dragon in front of him was ridiculously high. Exceeding 4,000, Lin Xiao knew exactly what he needed to do. Before the fearless wind wall disappeared, Lin Xiao unleashed a barrage of skills at near light speed. Evil Crescent Cross / Heavenly Fire Dragon. Swift Wind Shadow / In 2 seconds Lin Xiao unleashed 3 skills. The massive body of the Angolan horned dinosaur had no time to react. And all 3 skills hit. The electric sparks it emitted were all blocked by the Fearless Wind Wall. This is probably what they mean by, "I'm allowed to slap you. But you're not allowed to slap me." The moment the wind wall disappeared, Lin Xiao moved decisively, flying / following the trail of the swift wind. Lin Xiao flashed behind the Angolan horned dragon and delivered another powerful blow. The attacks were swift and devastating, with explosive and terrifying damage, quickly reducing the Angolan Diablos' health to half. Bang! Suddenly, a bolt of lightning struck the Angolan horned dinosaur. The lightning exploded, splitting into countless terrifying bolts of electricity. But Lin Xiao didn't dodge instead. He took the hit head-on and launched a sharp blade attack at the Angolan ceratopsian's head. Bang! Several bolts of lightning struck Lin Xiao simultaneously. But Lin Xiao only flashed with blue light, and his health did not drop at all. It turned out that the radiant shield of the Windwalker's helmet had blocked the attack for Lin Xiao. It was precisely because of the spiritual light shield that Lin Xiao dared to confront it so directly. The Angolan Diablos' health is getting lower and lower. But with the passive effect of the more you attack, the stronger you become. Lin Xiao's damage is getting higher and higher. Holy light descends, in a blinding white light. Even the boss Angolan Diablos was forcibly blinded. Left with no other choice, he could only unleash the thunderous might once more. However, Lin Xiao had already used the 100 steps flying sword beforehand, transforming into a beam of light that pierced through its body and gracefully departed. Boom! The Angolan ceratopsian died instantly. At this moment, the invincible madman had finally managed to reach level 10 and was leading his men to enter the Dog Bull King's tomb. Upon seeing the news of Lin Xiao's first kill, the madman was furious but also numb. Lin Xiao cleared the Dog King's tomb in less than 20 minutes. But that was Lin Xiao. It took the 40-person team assembled by the madman Invincible a full 2 hours to barely manage to clear it. Aside from the invincible madman himself, all the other team members died at least twice. Despite paying such a heavy price, Seth's wasn't the first kill, so there were no first kill reward points. And the equipment that dropped was much less impressive. That's not the most infuriating thing. The most infuriating thing is that in those 2 hours, Lin Xiao got the first kill on several more bosses, 3 of which were bronze bosses at this moment. Lin Xiao's first kill points had reached 60. And all the top players were completely devastated. Tonight's experience pill reward was completely out of the question again. In the expert channel, Invincible Man said viciously, "Sword Feather. You must be feeling pretty smug right now. But I advise you not to be too happy. I don't care about others. But if you want to steal my expert reward today, don't even think about it. I'm taking today's expert reward. Not even Jesus could take it away from me, I said it." Lin Xiao replied, "What a coincidence. I'm definitely taking your reward today. Even Jesus couldn't save it, I told you." At this point, Lin Xiao's level had reached 14, or more precisely 14.5. Once he levels up again, he can participate in the soul lottery again. The arrogant and invincible man roared, "Fine. You said it yourself, so how about we make a bet?" Lin Xiao said, "Next time you want to bet with me, don't ask me if you dare, just tell me what you're betting on." "All right. Let's bet on whether you can steal my top-tier reward today. Whoever loses has to change their ID to 'I'm fighting with my dad for shit.'" Lin Xiao sneered, "The last guy who lost a bet with me still hasn't changed. You'd better make him change first, otherwise. I don't believe you." "Good." The arrogant and invincible man readily agreed. At first, everyone thought he was joking, but unexpectedly, just 5 minutes later, Fengzhang Zhuyi changed his ID to Fengzhang Kishi on live stream. The entire server erupted in uproar. Holy crap. This guy actually managed to get a top streamer to change his ID on live stream. Just who is this arrogant and invincible person? No wonder he dared to use such an arrogant ID. It turns out he really has the guts to be arrogant. Looks like I'll have to hold my opinion for now. It's really hard to say who will emerge victorious in tonight's duel between the top players. Sword Feather, now you have nothing to say, right? The bet is now officially in effect. If you dare to go back on your word later, don't blame me for being impolite. Stop talking nonsense. You can open the treasure map now, right? I'm still waiting to claim the grand prize, HMPH. Still dreaming of competing with me for the grand prize. You'd better wait and see. System announcements immediately started appearing. Player Invincible Maniac has unlocked the St. Laurent treasure map. The St. Laurent maze will open in 20 minutes. All players can teleport directly to the maze entrance via nearby teleport points to participate in the event. For detailed event rules, please check the event details page. Lin Xiao naturally didn't need to check. He remembered every single activity he had experienced on his journey from mortal to godhood. The main quest of the event is to navigate through the St. Laurent maze to reach the St. Laurent ruins hidden underground, and then defeat the final boss within the St. Laurent ruins to achieve victory. But let alone defeating the final boss, 99.9% of players can't even get through the maze because, in addition to facing all sorts of monstrous monsters and bosses, players also have to deal with all sorts of torturous and frustrating levels in the maze. Players will encounter various level bosses in the maze. After finally defeating the boss, some players will receive a hidden reward, advancing 15 levels. Some players, however, skipped 15 levels. In the previous life, there was a player team that could be described as the unluckiest. They had finally reached the exit level, but after killing a boss, they were pushed back 20 levels. Undeterred, they fought back and defeated 4 more bosses, eventually managing to get the entire team back to the maze entrance. As the owner of the treasure map, Ren Quang Wudi naturally had the green light all the way. If nothing unexpected happened, he would definitely be the first player to pass the maze test and reach the St. Laurent ruins. The invincible mascot shouted in the group chat, "Sword Feather. We've never met before, have we? Come on. I'm waiting for you at the maze entrance. Today I'm teaming up with Eat% Shit Bro for a live stream. And today I'm going to show everyone who the #1 swordsman in Eternal Journey really is." Lin Xiao sneered, "The #1 swordsman. Sorry, I'm not interested, you can have it." The arrogant and invincible man roared. "Stop flattering yourself, do you think I, Brother Invincible, need to defer to you if I'm going to be #1? Enough nonsense, the event is about to start. And the viewers in the live stream are waiting to see how I humiliate you. Don't keep them waiting too long," Lin Xiao sneered. Found the teleporter in the city, and was immediately teleported to the entrance of the maze. The entrance to the maze was already packed with people, as crowded as a beginner's village. The hype surrounding the duel between top players has whetted the appetite of players across the server. Everyone naturally hopes to witness such a spectacle live. When Lin Xiao appeared, the already chaotic scene erupted into a frenzy. They were all amazed by Lin Xiao's unique sword demon appearance. At this moment, the invincible madman was waiting at the starting point of the maze entrance with a group of experts. They occupied the center position on the stage, but no one in the audience paid any attention to them. Lin Xiao, like a superstar under the spotlight, walked towards the gods on the stage, under the gaze of everyone in the audience. No one needed to clear a path for him wherever he went. All the players made way for him. The great figures on the stage paled in comparison to him. The hat wholesaler exclaimed, "Holy crap. Is this a new skin from the official website? It's so cool. Where did you get it? I'm going to get one too." Fan Hua Ryuzu coldly replied, "That shouldn't be the case. You're a high-ranking player who's on the leaderboard. Do you really judge your opponent based solely on their appearance?" The hat wholesaler was taken aback. "Goddess Ryuxu. What do you mean?" Fan Hua Ryuzu rolled her eyes. "I don't want to talk to an idiot. Go look at his attribute list yourself." The hat wholesaler opened Lin Xiao's attribute list, and upon seeing it immediately exclaimed, "Holy crap. What's going on, Sword Demon? What kind of class is that? Did you see this option when you were choosing your classes?" In the group of expert players, apart from Lin Xiao, who was far ahead. The others were not much different. At least in the early stages. There was not much difference in their levels. They've all reached level 10. And everyone has decided on their class. Just like in her previous life. Fan Huaryu has chosen the skill-based assassin class. Because Lin Xiao's performance these past few days has been so impressive. Most of the others have chosen the same swordsman class as him. However, when they saw Lin Xiao again, he had not continued on the path of a swordsman, but instead chose a completely new profession that they had never heard of before, the sword demon. These expert players were secretly shocked. Were they really playing the same game as Lin Xiao? The most handsome guy cautiously said, "Invincible bro. No wonder he said he'd give you the #1 swordsman title. Turns out, he's already chosen a new class and doesn't bother competing with you anymore." The arrogant and invincible man gritted his teeth and said, "If you think he's better than me, you can team up with him right now, I won't force you." The most handsome guy quickly put on a smiling face, "I was just joking." Invincible bro, don't take it seriously. With your treasure map key, of course we'll follow you and get some benefits. Giant you is nothing. The arrogant and invincible man's expression softened somewhat, HMPH. It's good that you know. As they were talking, Lin Xiao arrived at the starting stage. The arrogant and invincible man, relying on the dozens of top-tier teammates behind him, glared at Lin Xiao with an air of arrogance. Although Lin Xiao was alone, he looked down on the arrogant and invincible man with the disdain of a tiger looking down on a flock of sheep. The real show is about to begin. The entire audience held their breath. Before either of them could speak, Feng Zhangzhui, no. Feng Zhang Qishi jumped out again, sword feather. You be *****D, we meet again. Lin Xiao deliberately stared at the ID above his head and mocked. Friend, have we met before? Oh, I remember now. I did run into a big streamer a few days ago. His mouth was just as foul as yours. But I remember his ID was remembering in the wind. Are you two brothers, you? He was so angry he was practically fuming, you see. Each player's ID can only be changed once. So he'll have to live with this ID for the rest of his gaming career. He was now both angry and regretful. Regretting why he had made that bet with Lin Xiao on live stream. He had originally intended to renege on the bet. But he hadn't expected that Lin Xiao's powerful backing was so strong. Just now, the president of the Shark platform personally called him, telling him that he must immediately change his ID during the live stream. Otherwise, his body will be found lying in the garbage dump first thing tomorrow morning. How could a mere streamer like him possibly contend with someone who even the platform's president fears? Therefore, even though he would have to bear that humiliating ID for the rest of his life, he had no choice but to submit. The event was about to start in 3 minutes when Fan Huaryu stepped forward. Invincible bro. Give me the honor of talking to Jianyu alone for a while. The arrogant and invincible man thought for a moment. Then snorted coldly, fine, I believe you're a smart man. You'll definitely know whose side to stand on. Fan Huaryu pulled Lin Xiao to corner. Listen to me, this is your last chance. As long as you put aside your stubbornness and are willing to make peace with this arrogant and invincible person, I'll take care of the rest for you. Lin Xiao asked, are you really that afraid of him? Fan Huaryu said coldly, it's not out of fear, but because of the special circumstances. I have no choice but to cooperate with him, Lin Xiao asked. What benefits would you gain from cooperating with him? Fan Huaryu said, he has a treasure map key. Anyone who teams up with him will receive a key attribute bonus during the event. Don't be surprised what I tell you, but inside the maze, all our attributes are doubled. Even our teammates get such insane attribute boosts. So you can imagine how much he gets. This is why all the top players resolutely choose to team up with the invincible madman. Although the ultimate prize has already been reserved by Invincible Madman, being able to get a share of the spoils with him is already quite a treat for them. Fan Huaryu urged, well, the event is about to start. Have you thought it through? Believe me, I have no ill intentions towards you. I genuinely want to be your friend, Lin Xiao replied. I'd also like to be friends with you. So what do you think if I asked you to team up with me now? Fan Hua Ryu Zhu looked at Lin Xiao with a strange expression. Were you even listening to me? You don't really think the two of us can beat dozens of gods with abnormally powerful attributes, do you? Lin Xiao's lips curled into a smile. Actually, I'm enough on my own, you just need to sit back and win. Fan Hua Ryu Zhu shook her head silently. Forget it. Let's wait until the event is over and let the facts speak for themselves. The event is about to start, I'm going now. You'd better take care of yourself, in the end. Fan Hua Ryu Zhu chose Ren Wu Dai. And a hint of disappointment flashed in Lin Xiao's eyes. It turns out that Fan Hua Ryu Zhu like ordinary players. Dare not take risks easily. Lin Xiao, on the other hand, was different. In his previous life, he had the lowest talent. If he hadn't taken risks time and time again and gambled on various obscure opportunities, he would never have been able to surpass others and dominate the entire server. Players lacking an adventurous spirit may achieve great things, but they will never reach the pinnacle. The future achievements of blooming flowers like snow are therefore predictable. The St. Laurent Treasure Map event has officially begun. Players, please set off immediately. The first player to reach the St. Laurent ruins will receive an extra grand prize. Immediately, all the players rushed into the maze passage. At first, passage was very crowded, but after about 10 meters it began to branch out like a tree, splitting into many branches. At this point, players had to rely on luck to find the boss guarding the next level. After defeating the boss, they could enter the next level of the maze. In addition, the next level here does not necessarily refer to the next level immediately after. After defeating the boss, you may skip several levels, or even dozens of levels. Similarly, you may also be forced to retreat several levels, or even dozens of levels. Furthermore, there are many other surprise rewards or frustrating punishments. In short, participating in this event can easily break a person's mentality. All players can do is try their best. As for the rest, it's up to fate. Congratulations to the players' invincible team. They obtained a lucky coin while defeating the maze fox, instantly earning a reward of level 25. Because Crazy Invincible was a member of a group that followed the trend of eating shit in a live stream. Millions of viewers in the live stream saw this scene. Are you kidding me? We all have to kill the boss to advance to the next level. But these pros can just kill a mob and get lucky coins. How are we supposed to play like this? Seriously, bro. You really think you can win? This event is clearly just Invincible Bro's personal showcase. The championship is definitely Invincible Bro's. Exactly, Invincible Bro eats all the meat himself. It's already quite generous of him to share a sip of soup with us. Don't be too greedy or you'll have no friends. Looking at the comments in the live stream, Lin Xiao sighed speechlessly and thought to himself, what a bunch of suckers. He clearly helped Invincible Maniac increase his popularity and raise the champion's reward. But they are all grateful to him. Even trying to win the championship is considered a sin. Keep in mind that 999% of those participating in this event will die multiple times and still not receive any rewards. Wouldn't it be better to use that time to upgrade the game itself? Lin Xiao isn't going to be a sucker now that he's here. That arrogant and invincible guy can forget about winning the championship. Soon, the leaderboard on the event page was updated. The top-ranked player is undoubtedly the Madman, who has already reached level 25 of the maze. Below him there is no one else on the list. After all, the event has only just begun, and even Lin Xiao hasn't defeated the boss yet. Upon seeing the rankings, the arrogant and invincible man immediately became arrogant and, in front of everyone in the live stream, started dancing to the classic song, How Lonely It Is to Be Invincible. After finishing, he didn't forget to call out to Lin Xiao in the expert channel. Hey you turtle, shouldn't you hurry up? If you don't move faster, you won't even be able to smell my butt anymore, hahaha. Lin Xiao smiled coldly, preparing to enter the maze. Just then, a female player with the ID, Inviting the Moon and Pitying the Stars, rushed over, grabbed his arm with both hands, and said with an admiring look, "Great God, sword feather. I know you don't know mean, I know it's abrupt, but could you please give me one of the bonus rewards after you win the championship?" Lin Xiao was startled by her actions, but upon looking at it, he was instantly both helpless and amused. Yeyu Liangxing was none other than his landlady, Zai Min. Lin Xiao chuckled, "I've seen people get things for free before, but I've never seen anyone get them as directly as you. Why should I give you the bonus? Give me a reason first." Zai Min was dumbfounded. Right, why would a gaming god give her an unexpected bonus? This is so embarrassing. Lin Xiao laughed again, "Can't figure it out. Then take your time thinking about it. And we'll talk about it when you do," Zai Min said. "Then give me a friend request slot. Otherwise, how am I supposed to contact you later?" Lin Xiao turned and left. Zai Min was in a hurry and was about to step forward when a friend request popped up in her message box. Zai Min excitedly clicked to accept. Lin Xiao entered the maze and immediately lit the nether fire seed that Xin Yiku had given him. Instantly, Lin Xiao's body was enveloped in a ball of azure netherfire. He raised his handan with a thought. The netherfire on his palm suddenly intensified, quickly spreading throughout the entire secret passage. The secret passage instantly transformed into a hellish inferno, where all the smaller monsters were wiped out of health by the raging flames. Lin Xiao's experience bar increased slightly. Immediately activated his void eye, and all the maze walls became transparent in his eyes, allowing him to clearly see all the monsters behind them. It's like having a wallhack in the game. Any target you can see can be selected for attack, so Lin Xiao took advantage of this game bug and unleashed his skill. Sharp blade assault, whoosh. Lin Xiao's body passed through the thick wall, slashing at a maze fox demon behind the rock face and killing it on the spot. Boom! As soon as they landed, Lin Xiao's netherfire once again filled the entire secret passage, and hundreds of labyrinth fox demons perished in the sea of flames. With the void eye's sharp blade assault and the endless netherfire, Lin Xiao didn't need to search through secret passages like other players. He simply used the wall-penetrating bug in the maze to roam freely, as if walking on flat ground. Soon, he found the first level's boss, Deadly Demon Blade. In a dead end for bosses like these, you need to click on them to open a temporary instance before you can fight them. This prevents other players from suddenly appearing and stealing the monster's kill when the player has reduced it to low health. Lin Xiao clicked on the final battle, and soon he and the clone of the Deadly Demon Blade appeared in a closed underground stone chamber. The netherfire seed can be used to kill bosses, however. Lin Xiao knows that for the sake of game balance, killing a boss with the netherfire seed does not count as a first kill, nor will it drop any valuable equipment. It can only be used to complete quests. This is why the netherfire seed description specifically warns against using it on bosses. Lin Xiao didn't care about the rewards from these ordinary bosses. All he wanted to do now was save time, so with a casual flick of his wrist, he unleashed a ball of ghostly firand in just a few seconds. The Deadly Demon Blade perished immediately afterward. Lin Xiao left the instance and returned to the dead end of the secret passage. Ding! Congratulations, you've won the lucky dice. Lin Xiao clicked on the lucky dice. Ding! Your lucky points are 3. You can directly enter the third level of the maze. A flash of light, and Lin Xiao appeared in the third level of the maze. Using the same method, Lin Xiao kept exploiting the bug to pass through walls, and soon found the third level's boss. The Twisted Tree Spiritan swiftly defeated it. Ding! Congratulations, you have obtained the Dark Magnet. Dark Magnet, when used, it forcibly pulls the player in front of you back to the same level as you. Lin Xiao glanced at the event leaderboard. Currently, only 2 people were on the list, Lin Xiao himself and Renquang Wu Dai, who was currently fighting the boss in level 25 with his expert team. Lin Xiao deliberately clicked on the live stream of Eating Shit in the Wind. Because these top players had doubled their stats, the kill speed was incredibly fast. The boss was already low on health. This was the first bronze boss kill for the invincible player, and he was naturally overjoyed. He even started dancing to How Lonely It Is to Be Invincible in his livestream, celebrating in advance, just as the boss's health was about to reach the kill threshold. Suddenly, a bold event notification appeared on the game screen of every member of the Madman Invincible team. Player Sword Feather has used Dark Magnet on you. You are about to be pulled back to level 3. Just as he was getting into the swing of his crazy dance, he saw this message stumbled and fell flat on his face. The boss's health was frozen, no matter how much damage they dealt. The boss was completely immune at the same time. The temporary dungeon began its countdown 3, 2, 1. With a flash of white light, dozens of powerful figures were forcibly pulled back to the boss of the 3rd level of the maze. Seeing that the duck that was practically cooked in his hands had been snatched away by Lin Xiao, one can only imagine the rage in the heart of the arrogant and invincible man. Upon seeing Lin Xiao, the arrogant and invincible man was so enraged that he brandished his crescent sword, F***KU. Before he could even utter the last word master, Lin Xiao unleashed a swift gust of wind, bang. The arrogant and invincible man was knocked away. His health dropping by 60%, everyone gasped in shock. You see in the maze, all of Ren Kuang Wu Dai's attributes were boosted several times over. Yet Lin Xiao still managed to wipe out most of his health with a single skill. No, to be precise, Lin Xiao's skill could have directly killed Ren Kuang Wu Dai, because they all knew that Lin Xiao's skill had 2 stages of damage. If Lin Xiao had followed up with a flying slash, Ren Kuang Wu Dai would have been killed on the spot in midair. Lin Xiao said coldly, "You're already level 10. Remember to watch your mouth from now on, understand? Players level 10 and above can freely engage in PvP in the wilderness. After level 10, if you still want to act like Fang Tangjing and say, 'I'm just being sarcastic,' so what, you can't anymore. Because if you dare to be sarcastic, others will dare to attack you." The madman's invincible hand trembled as he gripped the sword. The muscles in his face trembled and even his will trembled. He originally thought that with the key, he would have the ability to fight Lin Xiao in the maze. But that gust of wind just now made him realize that the gap between him and Lin Xiao was still an insurmountable chasm. Lin Xiao turned around and teleported to the next level. And only then did the madman feel a great sense of relief. Immediately he added viciously, "Gianio, you just wait. Don't think you can win just because you pulled me back. The owner of the treasure map is the champion. That's the rule of the game, do you think you can break it?" The hat wholesaler quickly chimed in, right. A true man can bend and stretch. Let's let him be smug for a while, once you invincible bro. Win the championship will be a dead fish. With things having come to this point, there was no point in saying anything. The madman and the invincibles quickly started attacking the 3rd boss. However, Lin Xiao had already killed this boss once, although he used the Netherfire Seed to kill it, so it wouldn't count as a first kill. But since they had already killed it once, even if they killed it again now, it still wouldn't count as a first kill. The invincible team was numerous and powerful, and their strength had been enhanced, so they cleared the boss very quickly. In just 2 or 3 minutes, they had ganged up on and killed the boss. Upon reaching the 4th level, the madman invincible directed his men to fight their way through the secret passage on the left. Guided by an arrow icon, the viewers in the live stream exclaimed in amazement. Having a cheat code is so satisfying. The system guides you directly, you never get lost. No matter how strong Jian Yu is, he's ultimately no match for someone with a cheat code. No need to watch anymore. The championship already belongs to Invincible Bro. Once Invincible Bro wins the championship, the rankings of the top players will be rewritten. Psy fortunes change, I wonder when it will turn to my name. While onlookers marveled at the incredible guidance ability of the madman, little did they know that Lin Xiao had already used the wall-clipping bug to find the 4th boss. With the blessing of the Netherfire Seed, Lin Xiao can defeat a boss in 3 seconds, which is practically free. Lin Xiao didn't care about the first kill, as long as he could prevent Mad Invincible from getting the first kill. His goal would be achieved. To achieve this goal, He even voluntarily gave up the level skipping reward and insisted on grinding through each level one by one. Moreover, this is not a waste of time because, in each level, the Netherfire Seed will clear out all the monsters, providing Lin Xiao with a large amount of experience. By the time Lin Xiao reached level 15, he had accumulated 25 soul points. So he conducted another soul lottery draw, ding. Congratulations on winning the Heart of Plunder reward. Heart of Plunder, a sharp eagle-eye gem, can be used to plunder an opponent's hidden attributes. Skill Stale and Sec. The plundered attributes and skills will also receive a qualitative upgrade, while the plundered opponent will permanently lose that attribute and skill. Heart of Plunder can only be used once. Lin Xiao's lips curled into a smile. This was truly a good thing, however. There was one small problem: whom should he plunder it from? The Yi River is cold, with a roar. The invincible man unleashed his sword, unleashing a violent, icy blue sword aura that swept across the boss, instantly covering it with frost boom. The boss died instantly. The live stream chat was filled with gasps of amazement. Holy crap, that skill is awesome. It's way better than the eat shit bro skill. If I'm not mistaken, this should be a reward for completing the sect advancement quest. You have good taste, that's right. Invincible Bro is the first god in our Changsheng sect to advance to the position of sect leader's disciple. This skill is a reward for advancing, by the way. This skill is a one-of-a-kind skill. Besides our Invincible Bro, no one else in the entire server knows it. Holy crap. Your Changsheng sect has already started recruiting disciples. A good sect really does bring lots of rewards. Our Pyomil Palace is also starting its sect advancement event in a couple of days. I hope I can be the first one to advance. In the game Eternal Journey, every player who joins a sect will have many sect quests. However, Lin Xiao's sect is a bit special. So he has never had any, but it doesn't matter. He already has so many rewards from the Night King. What more could he want? Despite receiving so many praises in the comments, the madman was extremely frustrated. Just like the previous bosses, the 7th boss still doesn't offer a first kill reward. Jianyu's first kill points haven't increased at all. So why haven't I gotten the first kill for the boss I've worked so hard to defeat? The hat wholesaler grumbled, this must be Jianyu's doing. I bet the later bosses won't have any first kills either. The madman roared, do you even need to tell me? Don't I know that myself? The hat wholesaler cautiously said, Invincible Bro. I think we can't waste any more time like this. Do you have any treasure maps or magic items left? If so, let's use them. Sword Feather is almost at level 60. Fan Huaruzhu stared at the activity rankings, her heart pounding with fear. She mentally calculated the time. Lin Xiao could clear a level in almost a minute and a half. This speed completely defied the common sense of the game. She racked her brains but still couldn't figure out how Lin Xiao did it. She silently asked herself, was my choice really wrong? Eating shit in the wind, someone urged from the side. Invincible Bro don't hesitate any longer. Sword Feather has already cleared another level. The madman gritted his teeth and said, I still have the magic weapon, but, after using it, will be teleported directly to the St. Laurent ruins. Teleporting directly to the St. Laurent ruins means you can no longer fight any of the dungeon bosses. And this doesn't count as a normal completion. So you won't be able to claim the dungeon completion rewards. Lin Xiao currently has 60 kill points while they only have 1. What if they still can't beat Lin Xiao in the St. Laurent ruins? You have to understand. The consequences of losing are something he absolutely cannot bear. The madman said, how about we try to take down 2 bosses first? A Fan Huaruzhu retorted. Do you think you still have a chance to defeat the boss in the maze? As they were talking, Lin Xiao cleared another level. They all knew that although the system had not sent any notifications about Lin Xiao's first kill, the first kill for any level that Lin Xiao had experienced was no longer possible. The madman gritted his teeth and said, fine. Then I'll fight Jian Yu with my back to the wall. Immediately, the invincible man unlocked the level. A flash of white light appeared, and more than 40 powerful figures appeared together in a magnificent scenic jungle. The jungle was ablaze with wildflowers, creating a sea of blossoms in the distance. A precipitous mountain peak rises into the clouds. A rugged mountain path winds its way through the rocks between the peaks. Like a thread hanging on the mountain, let's go. We'll reach the St. Laurent ruins if we go through the narrow passage. The madman invincible the group. Charging towards the narrow pass. The ground of the narrow passage was crawling with carrion-eating giant lizards, while the mountain walls on both sides were covered with lava geckos. Don't underestimate these seemingly weak monsters. They're already level 15, full 5 levels higher than us. Plus, this is a dungeon, so their stats have been enhanced, even though their attributes were doubled. Traversing this mountain path that stretched for several kilometers was still no easy feat. But they had no way out. The arrogant and invincible man took the lead and used his unique skill. Against the current, the other teammates also unleashed their skills, following the invincible madman, and charged into the canyon. Lin Xiao saw their movements through the live stream of eating shit in the wind. Lin Xiao's lips curled into a smile. You're not going to play in the maze, are you? Fine, then I'll accompany you to the jungle ruins. So Lin Xiao stopped refusing the level-skipping reward. Originally there were still more than 30 levels left. But he was lucky and reached the last level after skipping 8 times. Soon, the system announcement spread throughout the entire server. Congratulations to player Swordfeather for clearing all levels and receiving the special dungeon completion reward. The special reward for clearing the level is a skin lottery card. Eternal Journey has a unique skin system. Most players start the game with the same character template, maybe changing their hairstyle and face shape at most. Once players level up, they have a chance to obtain various skin rewards while defeating bosses and participating in various reward events. Besides making players look unique and cool, skins also provide various hidden attributes, depending on the rarity of the skin. Its appearance and hidden attributes can vary greatly. Upon seeing the skin lottery card, Lin Xiao suddenly remembered that the skin shop in True Dragon City would officially open when the number of players entering True Dragon City exceeded 100. With this skin lottery card, you can participate in a special lottery for free in the skin shop of True Dragon City. Although there is no ranking list yet, Lin Xiao estimates that by midnight tonight, there should be enough people. Lin Xiao quickly put away the skin lottery card and teleported to the ruins jungle. When Lin Xiao arrived at the first line Sky Canyon, the Madman Invincible team had just cleared it. Upon seeing Lin Xiao, Madman Invincible's heart tightened. He immediately roared, "Shameless. We worked so hard to clear the one-line sky, and all you do is take advantage of us. Even if you win like this, I won't accept it." Lin Xiao sneered, "What? You already know you're going to lose. So you've already prepared an excuse for yourself." The arrogant and invincible man's face flushed slightly. "Bullshit. I just don't want you to take advantage of me, so what?" Lin Xiao deliberately sighed. "You've been farming a bunch of jungle monsters for over 10 minutes. If I were as useless as you, I would have drowned myself in a latrine long ago. How dare you say I took advantage of you?" The arrogant and invincible man roared. "Stop acting innocent after getting the better deal. No matter how you try to argue, it doesn't change the fact that you took advantage of me today. And I will never accept it." The arrogant and invincible man resorted to cheating. Now he was unsure of himself, so he prepared an excuse in advance. That way, if he really messed up, he wouldn't have to change his ID. Even the viewers in the live stream couldn't stand Ren Kwangwudi's behavior and flooded the chat with sarcastic comments. But Ren Kwangwudi ignored them all. The saying, "a shameless person is invincible," truly embodies the phrase, "a person who is shameless is invincible," to its fullest extent. Lin Xiao sneered, "Trying to renege on your promise? No way." As soon as he finished speaking, Lin Xiao strode forward, and Ren Kwangwudi and the others quickly followed. Ahead was a cliff, with only a suspended stone bridge leading to the other side. To reach the temple on the other side, they had to cross this bridge. There was no other way. But on the stone bridge, a flock of immortal terror birds glared menacingly at the group. These immortal moa birds are even more monstrous than the carrion lizards and lava geckos we encountered before. They're all upgraded dungeon monsters. Crossing this stone bridge will be at least twice as difficult as the narrow passage we just encountered. Lin Xiao's Netherfire seed had 1 minute left to expire. So he flicked it casually. And the last bit of Netherfire landed at the bridgehead. Instantly, the entire stone bridge was engulfed in flames. In just a few seconds, the entire stone bridge was swept away by the ghost fire. Everyone was dumbfounded. Now they understood why Lin Xiao could clear the maze so quickly. With such a monstrous item, it would be difficult for him not to be fast. They thought that by teaming up with the invincible madman, their attributes would be doubled. And with the invincible madman's various treasure maps and magic items, they could crush Lin Xiao, but now Lin Xiao casually flicked his nether fire and easily dealt with all the enhanced monsters as if they were ants being roasted. If you can't compete in skill, and you can't compete in game items, how the hell is this even playable? Lin Xiao sneered, who's taking advantage of whom now? The arrogant and invincible man was speechless, but still gritted his teeth and said, at worst we'll even. Lin Xiao didn't mind, all right. It's your way, let's continue at the temple. Lin Xiao continued forward, and Ren Quang Wudi and the others quickly followed. The live stream chat was filled with mockery. Seriously. You were just saying that Sword Feather God took advantage of you. And now he's paid you back double. How dare you still try to hitch a ride on his coattails? Hey, have some shame, will you? Can't you try a different route? Slapping yourselves in the face. Does that give you any climax, however? The madman and his gang all pretended not to see it. And didn't even blush. The group arrived at a riverbank, where the banks were covered with enhanced giant scorpions. They had to walk along the river to its end to reach the ruins of the Basilica of St. Laurent. The group, including the madman, remained motionless, clearly intending to take advantage of Lin Xiao for free. But Lin Xiao had no interest in being taken advantage of for free. Sharp Blade Assault. Lin Xiao pushed the range of Blade Strike to its limit. After killing a giant scorpion, he unleashed Blade Strike again, advancing to an even greater distance, and so Lin Xiao disappeared from everyone's sight through a series of unpredictable advances. The madman's lips twitched. Did you see that? Sword Feather has already gone to the temple ruins. The wholesalers of the forgiveness hats behind them awkwardly said in unison. We saw it, the madman roared. You see them, and yet you're not making way for them. Do you expect these monsters to just walk past you? Everyone snapped out of their daze and quickly started grinding. But all the dungeon monsters were already level 16. Despite everyone's best efforts, their speed was questionable. After passing through the swarm of giant scorpions, Lin Xiao finally arrived at the temple ruins. Although the ruins were dilapidate Devon in ruins, they were still incredibly magnificent. In front of the temple castle there is a huge stone gate. Although the stone gate has collapsed, a werewolf boss guards the entrance. It was a werewolf swordsman, over 2 meters tall but with a slender build. His mane was covered in gleaming steel spikes, and he stood proudly in front of the door, wielding a scarlet longsword. This boss is different from other bosses because there is a long, empty barcode below its health bar. A smile appeared on Lin Xiao's lips, because he knew he had met a plot boss with independent consciousness. Eagle Thinking Wolf, an assassin who serves his master for all eternity, whose loyalty never changes whether his master is alive or dead. Grade near silver health points, 70,722. Attack power 2680, defense 2400. Skill Godslayer Slash unleashes a violent blade of energy at the target, dealing high damage and having a chance to stun them. Forward slash Eagle Wolf charges forward in a horse stance, and upon impact with the target, unleashes a spinning slash that deals massive damage and knocks the target away. Overwhelming Blade Intent during combat. Eagle Wolf continuously accumulates Blade Intent. Once fully charged, it detonates it, causing explosive damage to all enemies within a 40-meter radius. Eagle Wolf is a near silver boss. Although it's not a true silver boss yet, it has developed its own independent consciousness. Just like a silver boss when facing such a boss. You don't have to confront it head-on like with previous bosses. Instead, there are many other solutions. For example, resolve the issue through conversation. Eagle Wolf looked at Lin Xiao. A deadly smile curling at the corner of his mouth. That's a dead end ahead. You'd better turn back. This is advice and also a warning. It seems that Eagle Wolf has no intention of talking or discussing things with Lin Xiao. Lin Xiao smiled. What if I absolutely have to go in? Eagle Wolf said coldly, second warning. Tuck your tail between your legs and leave like a dog. That's your only way to survive. It's shameful, but at least you'll live. Before Lin Xiao could speak, it added. I never warn anyone 3 times, Lin Xiao coldly replied. No need, because from the moment you first warned me, you were already destined to die. As soon as he finished speaking, Lin Xiao swept his blade out. A gust of wind swept past Eagle-thinking Wolf, leaving a mark on its head. However, Eagle Wolf didn't lose much health. Only a little over 3,000. Which wasn't even as much damage as when fighting Dog King. Besides the Eagle Wolf's extremely high defense, it's also due to the long barcode below its health bar. The long barcode was originally empty, but now a small section of white has appeared. This is Eagle Wolf's sword intent value. When Eagle Wolf enters combat, it accumulates sword intent. Passive skills like this, which accumulate status during combat, can mitigate a significant portion of damage. Lin Xiao already knew this, so he wasn't surprised. Eagle Wolf never expected that Lin Xiao would dare to attack him alone. And he flew into a rage on the spot. Boom. A violent blade of energy crashed down. Slay the god of slaughter. Lin Xiao instantly followed up with a flying slash, dodging the attack, and then delivered a second strike with Eagle Wolf's Gale Shadow Slash. 100-step flying sword. Lin Xiao transformed into a lightsaber and counterattacked. But unexpectedly, Eagle Wolf seemed to have anticipated this and directly stepped forward to slash, dodging Lin Xiao's lightsaber with a dash after landing. Lin Xiao couldn't help but laugh. Not bad, not bad. It's more interesting to spar with an opponent like you. Eagle Wolf retorted angrily, is this fun? I'm afraid you can't handle it. As soon as he finished speaking, Eagle Wolf unleashed another forward slash, charging towards Lin Xiao. Lin Xiao used a sharp blade attack, dodging the attack by taking advantage of a small monster in the distance. Eagle Wolf continued its forward slash, its position constantly shifting, but it always maintained its pursuit of Lin Xiao. Lin Xiao remained calm and composed. After a continuous chase, he finally found an opening. Fearless Wind Wall, bang. Eagle Wolf ultimately couldn't maintain its momentum and crashed into Lin Xiao's wind wall. Cross-shaped evil crescent slash. Heavenly Fire Dragon. Eagle Wolf's skills couldn't pass through the wind wall, so Lin Xiao could only repeatedly hit him. What terrified him even more was that, as his health dropped, Lin Xiao's damage increased. Sharp blade assault. Eagle and Wolf couldn't get through, but Lin Xiao took the initiative and launched a surprise attack. Caught off guard, Eagle Wolf was struck by a slash. Without hesitation, Lin Xiao swiftly dodged. Sure, and Eagle Wolf's forward slash was unleashed again. If Lin Xiao had been even a step slower, he would have been executed. Although the silver boss's skills were indeed commendable, trying to outmaneuver Lin Xiao was like showing off one's limited skills before an expert. Holy light descends, blinded by the holy white light. Eagle Wolf was indeed extraordinary even while blinded. It managed to strike Lin Xiao with its forward slash. Relying on its experience, Lin Xiao's health dropped by a third. After all, Lin Xiao had stacked so much defensive gear, it was impossible for it to take away more than half of Lin Xiao's health in one hit. Eagle Wolf itself hadn't expected to hit Lin Xiao, so it forgot to use its spinning attack to send Lin Xiao flying. And that's why Lin Xiao officially declared its death. Swift Wind Shadow Slash, Flying Slash. The holy light vanished, and Eagle Wolf's health was completely depleted. To dodge Lin Xiao's 100 steps flying sword, Eagle Wolf once again used a forward slash to create distance. However, this time, Lin Xiao did not immediately unleash his skill. Everyone here is a master of manipulation, and An eagle wolf certainly understands what this means. A sense of despair wells up within it. A chilling aura emanates from his blade. Its sword intent was finally fully charged, and so, as it leaped forward, it released its sword intent with overwhelming force, unleashing a violent burst of sword intent. But it was too late. Lin Xiao had already predicted its location. 100-step flying sword during the attack. Eagle Wolf's figure was precisely pierced by Lin Xiao's 100-step flying sword. The powerful shockwave from the blade slowed down instantly, because Eagle Wolf's life was nearing its end. This spectacular display of skill ultimately ended in Lin Xiao's victory. Bang! Blood splattered everywhere. Ying Silang, leaning on his knife, knelt on one knee. I actually lost. Its tone was full of resentment. But the outcome would not change because of its resentment. I admire your abilities, sir, therefore I would like to make a deal with you. Eagle Wolf finally showed interest in talking to Lin Xiao. Lin Xiao was happy to talk to it because a boss with self-awareness could add a lot of unexpected joy and surprises to the game. Lin Xiao nodded. Tell me about it. If I'm interested, I might agree. Eagle Wolf said, don't step through this door. If you agree, I can leave you my katana. Lin Xiao said, you're already a dead man. Even if I don't agree, this katana in your hand is still mine. Eagle Wolf replied, no, if you don't agree, I will take this katana with me to the underworld. Lin Xiao frowned. A boss would naturally drop a lot of good stuff after it died, especially a first kill like this. But since Eagle Wolf said so, then the Katarina katana definitely wasn't among the rewards. Unfortunately, Lin Xiao couldn't see the attributes of this katana right now, so he seemed somewhat hesitant. Eagle Wolf's voice grew increasingly weak. Do you think I still have time to wait for you to consider? Lin Xiao smiled slightly. Okay, I promise you. Eagle Wolf breathed a sigh of relief. Okay, I believe you. As he spoke, Eagle Wolf handed the Katrina katana to Lin Xiao. As soon as Lin Xiao took it, Eagle Wolf's body exploded, spewing out a large pile of rewards. System announcement. Congratulations to player Swordfeather for successfully defeating Eagle Wolf, earning 51st kill achievement points. The first kill reward for a near-silver boss is increased by 50 points. Lin Xiao's first kill reward has now reached 110 points. The invincible man, still diligently clearing the path, felt his heart sink when he saw the announcement. He only had 1 point of first kill points, and he would need at least 11 points to get the reward. There was less than half an hour left until midnight, and now he was really starting to panic. Ding. Killed Eagle Wolf, experience points plus 1250000. Divine Moonsword Orange. Intermediate experience pill X10. Advanced experience pill X2. Intermediate marrow cleansing pill X1. The Divine Moon Sword Orange would be an excellent piece of equipment for Lin Xiao if he didn't have enchanted gear. However, Lin Xiao only needs enchanted gear, so he has to use this equipment for something else. At this moment, Lin Xiao's warehouse already contained more than 80 pieces of equipment, and it was time to dispose of them. Lin Xiao planned to go to Xinya's warehouse after the event ended. After consuming 12 experience pills, Lin Xiao's level increased to 16. Intermediate Marrow Cleansing Pill. Marrow Cleansing will guarantee an upgrade to SSS level. SSS level players can also use it after using it. An SSS level player will randomly obtain a top-tier talent. Immediately, 2 messages popped up in Lin Xiao's message box. Nai Xiao, brother, you must give me this marrow cleansing pill, please. Please don't use it yourself, give me a chance. And I promise I can offer you a deal that will satisfy you. Blooming flowers like snow, I was wrong before. I apologize, don't use this marrow cleansing pill yet. Trust me, as long as you're willing to talk to me properly, the benefits you'll receive will be far greater than this pill. Both beauties were extremely nervous about the marrow cleansing pill. They were afraid that Lin Xiao would take it himself, because this marrow cleansing pill was also useful to SSS level players. But they were all wrong. Lin Xiao himself hadn't decided whether to use it or not. because he wasn't sure if the marrow cleansing pill would be effective for X-level talents. Lin Xiao didn't have time to deal with them, so he replied, "Do not disturb, then." They began to check the attributes of Katarina's katana. Catalina's katana, a gift bestowed by Queen Catalina of the ancient kingdom of Saint Laurent. Level 16 attribute, purple legendary enchanted. Physical attack 1201-1299, spell power 2050-42335. Additional attribute, spell power plus 20%. Special legendary attribute, physical attack power plus 20%. Enchantment attribute, power of the swiftness, when life is struck by a fatal blow, unleashing a burst of power dealing double damage. Lin Xiao took a deep breath. Shouldn't enchanted equipment be custom-made by specialized enchanting merchants like Xin Yiku? Why would it drop as a loot drop, however? This question only flashed through Lin Xiao's mind for a second before he realized that the katana was not dropped by Eagle Wolf, but rather obtained through a deal he made with Eagle Wolf. This is the unique charm of Eternal Journey: the higher the level, the less fixed the gameplay becomes. Everyone can make their own choices when facing a task. And since the choices are not fixed, the ending is naturally not fixed either. If Lin Xiao hadn't agreed to make this deal with Eagle Wolf, then the Katarina katana wouldn't have been left behind. Although Lin Xiao had just agreed to Eagle Wolf's request, he did not intend to keep his promise, because he knew very well that this game was not a game, but a real world. This world is extremely cruel, especially to honest and upright people. Lin Xiao's experience in his previous life taught him a lesson: never keep your word with evil spirits. Never. Upon entering the temple, Lin Xiao was greeted by a desolate empty hall. Scattered throughout the temple were the remains of human skeletons. The iron throne was corroded and rusted by time, and most of the dozens of stone pillars supporting the hall had collapsed. This made one worry that the temple might be blown down by a gust of wind. Lin Xiao frowned. There was nothing here. So why was Ying Siling so desperately begging him not to come in? Just as Lin Xiao was puzzled, suddenly, a stunningly beautiful fairy stepped out from behind the iron throne. She had an impeccably pretty face with rosy cheeks, willow leaf eyebrows, and almond-shaped eyes. Lin Xiao took a deep breath. Besides the woman's unparalleled beauty, it was also because of her incredible clothes. What she wore wasn't even real clothing. It was merely a thin white veil covering her delicate body. The veil was so thin that many things that men shouldn't see were faintly visible. Although they weren't clearly visible, it was enough to make men unable to look away. The beautiful woman walked barefoot down the steps of the throne. Lin Xiao stared at the ID above her head, Queen Katarina. Lin Xiao was taken aback, because the weapon he had just switched to was the Katarina katana. Looking at Katarina, Lin Xiao couldn't help but take another deep breath. Because at this stage of the game, all the plot points were in the player's own hands. Every decision a player makes can potentially change the course of the entire game. Therefore, Lin Xiao must choose carefully. Katarina smiled sweetly at Lin Xiao. "This katana in your hand was a gift I gave to my slave. But now it's in your hands. It seems my useless slave is no longer here. So I'm curious, what do you plan to do to me?" Lin Xiao said. "That depends on what you Queen are prepared to do. I'm just an ordinary person, only interested in personal gain. If you can offer me enough benefits, I think I might spare your life, ha ha ha." Katarina burst into laughter. "You want to get something out of me? We'll see if you have the ability." As soon as Katarina finished speaking, suddenly, she tore off the white veil draped over her body. Her movements were graceful and poised, without the slightest hint of frivolity or provocation. She completely ignored the man standing in front of her. Lin Xiao's bright eyes stared at her awkwardly, but she herself showed no embarrassment whatsoever. Although she was completely naked, Katarina's expression was as if she were wearing a queen's gown, so noble that she disdained to stand with mortals. As a result, her body slowly floated up and hovered in midair. Rumble. The entire temple shook violently. The ancient temple collapsed with a crash, and the moonlight kissed every inch of her skin. Under the gentle caress of the moonlight, her snow-white skin shimmered with a jade-like luster. She stretched out her arms and made a prayer gesture towards the bright moon before lowering her gaze to look down at Lin Xiao on the ground. Then she said coldly, "You should have heeded Eagle Wolf's warning and not stepped into this temple." Lin Xiao smiled knowingly, "I'm a greedy person. I'll go anywhere as long as there's a benefit." Katarina said, "Well said, I like greedy people. So I've decided to give you a chance to serve me." Lin Xiao asked, "Would I serve you?" Katarina said yes. "We are the true masters of the Holy Light Continent. If it weren't for that cataclysmic disaster of the Dark Night, you would never have appeared on the Holy Light Continent. Now that we've returned, we will become your new gods. You're a smart person, so you should know how to choose." Lin Xiao never understood what exactly happened during the Night of Darkness. He also didn't know what power could resurrect people who had been dead for millions of years. Furthermore, he didn't understand why the incomparably powerful holy spirits from the previous cycle of reincarnation had turned into evil spirits and monsters after their resurrection. Lin Xiao cautiously probed, "What are the benefits of serving you?" Katarina sneered, "The benefits are beyond your imagination. I am the queen of the kingdom of Saint Laurent. After I resurrect my kingdom, I can make you my duke. You will not only enjoy the glory of my kingdom, but also enjoy my favor." Lin Xiao chuckled, "Enjoy you?" Katarina said, "Yes, my body is right before you. If you agree to join my undead army, you will gain eternal life tonight. You can stop thinking of me as your queen and start thinking of me as your personal slave." Finally, Katarina added in a meaningful, seductive voice, "You can do whatever you want to my body." Lin Xiao laughed and said, "I refuse." Katarina was taken aback. "Why?" Lin Xiao said. "Because I know that evil spirits have no happiness." Katarina's eyes suddenly turned cold and stern. Lin Xiao continued, "What you call immortality is actually eternal death. You are nothing but a pitiful bunch of walking corpses. You are starving, but eating delicious food is like chewing wax. You are thirsty, but drinking fine wine is like drinking mud. If I became an evil spirit, even if 100 queens like you lay in bed with me, I wouldn't feel any pleasure. Because kissing your lips would be like kissing a rough donkey's snout. Caressing your breasts would be like caressing 2 overturned porcelain bowls. Do you think such intercourse would be enjoyable?" In their previous lives, many players who couldn't survive under the gods swayed by evil spirits and willingly became otherworldly demons, hoping to rise above others in the dark world. In the end, they all regretted it deeply. Lin Xiao was naturally not going to fall for it. Katarina burst into laughter, "Ha ha ha. It seems you know quite a lot. I underestimated you." Suddenly, Katarina's expression darkened. "It seems I need to change how I talk to you." As soon as she finished speaking, Katarina stretched out her arms and raised them. The distant wilderness and the ruins of the temple where the two of them were located trembled, and rotting corpses emerged from the ground. Undead Legion warriors, a type of White Walker warrior who has not yet been fully resurrected. Level 17 health, 7669 attack power, 412 defense, 382. Additional attribute: Desperate Strike when health drops below 50%. This skill resets defense to 0 and doubles attack power, allowing the user to engage in a life-or-death struggle with enemies. No wonder Eagle Wolf wouldn't let Lin Xiao enter the temple before. It turns out that if Lin Xiao entered, he would disturb Katarina's resurrection of these warriors from the Saint Laurent Kingdom. Although these undead warriors were not fully resurrected and their bodies were full of rotting flesh, their attributes were already quite formidable. After finally managing to clear out the giant scorpion, the group thought they finally had a chance to enter the temple and compete with Lin Xiao for the boss. However, a large number of undead warriors suddenly crawled out from the ground all around. These Legion warriors were 6 or 7 levels higher than them, and they were everywhere, like a vast ocean surrounding them. The group stared in disbelief. This event is such a ripoff. But it's too late to warn them now. The Legion warriors have already launched their charge, and they have no choice but to engage. The undead army surrounding Lin Xiao did not launch an attack immediately. Katarina said, "I'll give you one last chance to choose. And I can even let you receive the reward earlier. Lin Xiao asked with a playful smile. Get a reward ahead of time, what kind of reward? Katarina said, as a reward for my exquisite body. I can let you experience the greatest pleasure a man can have on me before you become an evil spirit. You don't need to care whether I'm happy or not. You just need to enjoy your pleasure. Besides, when we find the spring of holy spirits in the future, we can become holy spirits again. And then we can enjoy earthly bliss together. Now I think you won't refuse me anymore, will you? Lin Xiao was startled. So the purpose of these evil spirits was to find the spring of holy spirits. Lin Xiao quickly asked, where exactly is the holy spirit spring? Katarina said, you're asking too many questions. Reject or accept, answer me right now. Lin Xiao's lips curled into a smile. I think I'll still refuse. There will be another update tonight. I'm going out to have dinner with some friends first. And I'll continue when I get back. Katarina was furious, you're asking for it. Lin Xiao smiled coldly, don't worry, I will never die. As soon as he finished speaking, Lin Xiao made the first move. Heavenly Fire Dragon, Katarina twirled her katana, creating a sword flower that bloomed. And a fire dragon roared forth, boom. A fire dragon passed through Katarina's naked body. Health minus 4012. Although Katarina is a true silver rank boss, she doesn't have the defensive accumulation from Eagle Wolf's sword intent. In addition, Lin Xiao just changed to a divine weapon. So Lin Xiao's initial attack dealt more damage than Eagle Wolf's. But this doesn't mean that Katarina is easier to deal with than Eagle Wolf. Because Katarina has a whopping 100,000 health points. More importantly, her skills are even more abnormal. She has 3 skills in total: Heartless Hook and Chain, Deadly Kick and Beast Trapping Domain. Heartless Hook, Katarina can continuously shoot out hooks from her hands. Once the hook catches an enemy, it will cause serious injury. At the same time, Katarina can tighten the hook to rush towards the enemy and deal a second heavy blow. Deadly Foot Blade, 2 sharp blades sprout from Katarina's bare feet. When Katarina leaps and sweeps her blades towards her target, she unleashes a fan-shaped wave of blades that immobilizes any enemy hit by it for 1 second. Trapped Beast Domain, Katarina charges toward the target and summons a barrier domain, locking the target inside. The target cannot escape the barrier no matter what. The barrier lasts for 10 seconds. During these 10 seconds, all enemies trapped inside the barrier will suffer massive continuous poison damage every second. Enraged by the blow, Katarina raised her hand and pointed, sending a bolt of lightning and a hook hurtling towards Lin Xiao. At the same time, all the Undead Legion warriors surged towards Lin Xiao like a tide. And Lin Xiao's figure was instantly engulfed. 100-step flying sword. Lin Xiao walked towards Katarina, and the two passed each other in the air. The once densely packed undead army was cleaved through by Lin Xiao's lightsaber. Admittedly, these Undead Legion warriors had abnormally high stats, but Lin Xiao wouldn't give them a chance to double their attacks. He simply sent them all to their deaths with a single move. As Katarina landed, 2 sharp knives suddenly sprouted from her bare feet, and she stood facing Lin Xiao as if she were on stilts. The goddess's already flawless body appeared even more slender and graceful after stepping on 2 deadly knives. Deadly Kick, Katarina sprinted forward, raising her leg and unleashing a wave of blades with her foot. Her movements were as graceful as a ballerina's. The nudity did not faze her in the slightest. It must be said that she truly had an incredibly strong heart. Otherwise, how could she remain so calm and composed in front of a strange man and a vast army? Sharp Blade Assault. Lin Xiao decisively used the small monster's dash to dodge, while simultaneously swinging his sword in a horizontal sweep. Swift Wind Shadow Slash. As the gust of wind struck Katarina, Lin Xiao decisively dodged and rushed forward. Flying Slash this time. Lin Xiao once again chose to receive the flying slash from behind Katarina. But unexpectedly, Katarina reacted extremely quickly, turning around and sweeping with a flying kick. Deadly Kick, the blade wave struck Lin Xiao. But fortunately, Lin Xiao had a layer of spiritual light shield that blocked the attack. Lin Xiao quickly launched a sharp blade attack, creating distance between them. But Katarina's ruthless hook soon followed. Fearless wind wall clang. The grappling hook struck the wind wall and was blocked. Taking advantage of the opportunity, Lin Xiao unleashed a flurry of rapid strikes. Slay the moon with your sword, spanning all directions. The surging army of warriors was mercilessly cut down like withered grass on the prairie. And the damage that Katarinaho was already at half health was increasing, however. Lin Xiao still dared not be careless, because he knew that the silver boss would not lose so easily. And he dared not be careless until the very last second. Sure enough, Katarina suddenly leaped high into the air. In midair, dozens of blue light threads suddenly extended from her back, crisscrossing and instantly weaving into a giant net. The territory of a trapped beast. Lin Xiao knew that these kinds of barrier skills were all forced lock skills, and he couldn't avoid them no matter what. So he simply didn't try to dodge them. Heavenly Fire Dragon, before the barrier set in. Lin Xiao seized the opportunity to deal as much damage as he could. Boom, the giant net like a Kaga trapped Lin Xiao, and the light threads continuously emitted blue mist, causing Lin Xiao's health to plummet, health minus 420. Health minus 420. If Lin Xiao can't defeat Katarina in 10 seconds, the poisonous fog alone will be enough to kill him. Moreover, now that the two of them are trapped together in the cage, Lin Xiao's room for maneuver is limited, therefore, he has no chance of lasting more than 10 seconds. The outcome, whether he wins or loses, will be decided in at most 5 seconds. Sharp blade assault, Lin Xiao had no time to hesitate. He had to inflict maximum damage in the shortest amount of time. However, his sudden advance in front of Katarina was tantamount to suicide. Heartless lock, sure enough. Katarina's grappling hook caught Lin Xiao, and Katarina's body became tightly entangled with Lin Xiao's. Lin Xiao and Katarina's bodies were pressed tightly together. Katarina's beautiful eyes suddenly lit up. Her face and naked body were covered in blood, so much so that it looked like it was on fire. From her neck to her breasts, everything had changed color. Her beautiful body, every inch of her skin radiated fiery passion. Even Lin Xiao couldn't help but feel a flutter in his heart. However, Lin Xiao was, after all, a man who had ascended to godhood, and he naturally could not allow himself to succumb to such a gentle and sensual place and die. Flash, when Lin Xiao charged forward, he had already planned his escape route. Although he couldn't escape the cage, he could escape Katarina's grappling hooks and chains. Holy light descends. A sudden flash of white light, and Katarina was blinded. Both of them were already in very low health. But Lin Xiao had the void divine eye, which allowed him to see everything even in the holy white light, giving him a slight advantage. Swift wind shadow slash. Flying slash deadly kick. In that life or death moment, both of them were fighting desperately. Lin Xiao landed both of his attacks while Katarina blinded. Mr. Deadly Kick, however. The poisonous fog in the beast-trapped domain was getting stronger and stronger, and Lin Xiao's health was already almost depleted. Suddenly, the katana in Lin Xiao's hand emitted a stunning light. Lin Xiao's life was hanging by a thread when the power of Katarina's katana was triggered. Next, he will unleash a double critical damage attack. 100-step flying sword. A flash of sword light pierced through Katarina's body, the damage reaching a staggering 20,000. Instantly emptied Katalina's health bar. This was the first duel Lin Xiao had almost lost in this life. But fate still chose him to be the victor. Whoosh. The beast's domain vanished. And so did all the undead legions. Even the twin swords beneath Katarina's feet vanished. And she collapsed utterly powerless. Yet a smile played on her lips. Although her life had come to an end, a comfortable, indescribable feeling permeated Katarina's body and mind, and a strange tremor ran through every inch of her delicate skin. She tried her best to turn her head to look at Lin Xiao. Lin Xiao frowned and then came to her side. Katarina's eyes were filled with longing, but her expression betrayed her reluctance to speak. Lin Xiao proactively extended his hands. After all, he was a god who had ascended to the highest level of divinity. There were some things that other players might not understand. But he did. Lin Xiao had seen far too many things like this. People like Katarinath living dead were alive. But every second of their lives was worse than death. Only on their deathbeds would they truly experience what it felt like to be alive again. They thought it was a delusion they had before they died. So they couldn't believe it. Lin Xiao's initiative filled Katarina with gratitude. She opened her arms to him and hooked them around his neck, revealing all the beauty before his eyes. Her face flushed. She threw herself into his arms. Really? This isn't an illusion. I really feel like I'm alive again. Katarina was excited. Her pretty face flushed crimson, her eyes were glazed over. And her blushing face was even more beautiful and dazzling. Her soft moans carried a hint of tenderness that made one's body weak and heart melt, making it difficult to control one's desires. Thank you. It's unbelievable that I died at your hands on our very first meeting. And yet I've developed feelings for you. You're welcome. Lin Xiao had helped many dying bosses in the past. So he knew very well that this didn't mean that Katarina had really fallen in love with him at first sight. It was just that she hadn't experienced the feeling of lying in a man's arms for a long time. So she was particularly moved, of course. Lin Xiao didn't hug. Every boss had his own principles. That is, everything depends on looks. This feeling of truly being alive is wonderful. Even if I were to die right now, it would still be worth it. As she spoke, Katarina withdrew her jade-like arm, raised it in front of Lin Xiao, and a treasure box appeared out of thin air. This Saint Laurent box is an extra gift I'm giving you. A smug smile crept onto Lin Xiao's lips. Sure enough, doing good deeds always comes with extra rewards. But then Katarina immediately added, I hope you can grant me a request. What? If in the future you meet a girl who looks exactly like me, please turn her into a woman. Lin Xiao's eyes widened in disbelief. He awkwardly pursed his lips. Seriously, honestly, I've never seen a request like this in my entire life. Katarina replied, don't worry, the girl will agree. And you won't have to take any responsibility. Lin Xiao asked, how did you know? Katarina said, because that girl is me in the future. Lin Xiao was truly stunned. Do the dead have a future? Promise me, okay? Lin Xiao looked at the treasure box in Katarina's hand and said awkwardly, okay then, so. Katarina handed the treasure box to Lin Xiao, who opened it and found a skill book inside. Great Annihilation, even when stunned or under other control effects. It can be cast at will. After casting, it removes all negative status effects and reveals a demonic form for 5 seconds. During these 5 seconds, the caster is immune to all control effects, and all attacks are increased by 100%. Just then, a layer of fluorescence emanated from Katarina's delicate body. The fluorescence gradually dissipated, and her body finally vanished with the wind. Ding. Defeat Queen Saint Laurent. Katarina. Experience points plus 2000000 Illusionary Stones x10. Imperial Might Chainmail purple x1. Pegasus Guardian Leggings purple x1. Demon Scythe purple x1. Lucky Eggs x3. Illusionary Immortal Stones can be used to refine equipment of purple rank or higher. The number of illusionary immortal stones required for each refinement varies depending on the equipment. Refinement can greatly improve the attributes of the equipment. But the higher the refinement level, the greater the risk of failure. The remaining 3 pieces are purple gear. Lin Xiao can use 2 defensive pieces, while the Demon Scythe is an assassin-only weapon. However, Lin Xiao is not in a hurry to change his gear. Lin Xiao demands the best equipment of himself, because he always faces the most difficult challenges. Just know if he hadn't had a full set of enchanted gear, the outcome of the game would have been very different. Therefore, he also needs to find Xin Yiku to enchant and refine the equipment. And incidentally, dispose of all the thousands of pieces of equipment in the warehouse. Lucky Egg contains a wealth of lucky rewards. The event champion chooses the spawn location, and the lucky reward belongs to the lucky player, while the event champion receives a huge amount of experience points and other item rewards. Lin Xiao looked at the spoils on the ground and smiled bitterly. He was still thinking about Katarina's last words before she died. Although he had always gone back on his promises to evil spirits, this time he was in a dilemma. He didn't know whether he should keep his word this time. Or keep his word. Just as Lin Xiao was lost in thought, Ren Quang Wudi and his group quietly approached from the bushes not far away. The hat wholesaler exclaimed, "Holy crap, so much gear. And even an Easter egg, Jian Yu hasn't picked it up yet. How about it, invincible bro, shall we go for it?" The most handsome guy chimed in, "Yeah. You were the one who opened today's treasure map. All the rewards should have been yours. But Jian Yu snatched them all away. Are you happy about that?" Even the arrogant and invincible man is still hesitating. But just then Feng Zhengqishi said, "Invincible bro. Don't miss this opportunity, the event is over now. Look at the first kill leaderboard. The queen he just killed was a silver boss. And he got 100 first kill points. Now he has 210 first kill points. If you don't try, you'll really miss your chance. In front of all the viewers in the live stream. Let's crush him once and regain some face, that way. If you don't change your ID, no one will dare to say anything. With so many top players like us, are we afraid of not being able to beat one of them?" Upon considering changing his ID, Invincible Man immediately stopped hesitating. "Alright, let's get him, Forgiveness Hat. Didn't you just learn the Ruthless Iron Hand move? Let's take advantage of his distraction and pull him back. Then we'll take turns using control skills and keep him controlled until he dies." Viewers in the live stream had been waiting all night for the epic showdown between the top players. And now that the big event was about to begin, everyone was ready with their popcorn, waiting to get ready for the juiciest gossip. Lin Xiao was still lost in thought about what Katerina had just said when suddenly a strange iron claw hooked into his waist and abdomen from behind. Ruthless Iron Hand. Lin Xiao was pulled by the iron claws and headed towards the bushes. Nashi. The wholesaler of the Forgiveness Hat, a type of hat, had done a great job and shouted excitedly. Lin Xiao was pulled back into the bushes. And immediately someone followed up with a stun skill. The group, including the madman Invincible, were all in a frenzy. Lin Xiao was doomed. However, the next second everyone was stunned. The madman hated Lin Xiao to the core. And the moment Lin Xiao was stunned, he couldn't wait to unleash his strongest killing move. The Yi River is cold, instantly. The invincible sword of the madman burst forth with a chilling aura. And the entire blade was covered with a layer of white frost. However, something strange happened. The moment Yishu Han's skill animation started, it was forcibly interrupted. Ren Quang Wudi's body seemed to freeze for a moment. And then he was unable to cast Yishu Han's skill again. The madman was utterly astonished. What's going on? Immediately, a system notification appeared in front of him. Ding. Player Jian Yu has used Heart of Plunder to forcibly steal your skill, Yishui Han. When Lin Xiao first obtained the Heart of Plunder through a lottery, he was still considering whose skills and talents to plunder. Now that the madman has delivered it to his doorstep, it has solved this problem for Lin Xiao. What? The madman shouted in shock, looking at his skill list. Sure enough, Yishu Han's skill icon had disappeared. He never dreamed that this game would have such an unreasonable item that could steal other players' skills. You must understand, the Yishui Han skill was a rare sect skill that he had gone through countless hardships to obtain. And now Lin Xiao had just plundered it. How could he be willing to accept that at this moment? The madman felt as if his beloved girlfriend had been forcibly taken away and taken to his bed. He was both shocked and furious. Sword feather, holy crap. The word F***K had barely left his mouth when Lin Xiao suddenly moved. Great Annihilation. This is a new skill that Caitlina just gave to Lin Xiao. It can be forcibly cast even while under control. With the activation of the Great Annihilation, all negative status effects such as stun slow, immobilization, and poison on Lin Xiao were forcibly removed. At the same time, he also evolved into his demon form. A pair of dark wings sprouted from his back. His body swelled, and he emitted a terrifying blood mist that sent chills down one's spine. In his ultimate state, all crowd control skills will only deal damage to him. He will be completely immune to all crowd control effects. The damage output of those top players was a full 20 times stronger than that of the regular monsters. The damage dealt to Lin Xiao by the small monsters is 1. And their highest damage is 20. If scraping can leave some redness, then the damage they cause is even less than that. The group, including Invincible Man, were all dumbfounded. As were the viewers in the live stream. Lin Xiao gave a cold smile to the madman, then spread his legs and thrust the Katrina katana in his hand down into the ground. The moment the tip of the katana touched the ground, a torrential downpour began within a 30-meter radius. The raindrops that fell on the madman and his companions instantly froze into ice, freezing everyone in place besides its control effects. The frozen blade also deals massive ice magic damage to enemies. Before Lin Xiao changed his weapon, the madman Invincible could barely withstand one of Lin Xiao's gale attacks. But now that Lin Xiao has the Katarina katana in hand, and with his attack power increased by 100% under the Great Annihilation state, what can the madman Invincible use to withstand it? From the moment they were frozen, their health bars were all emptied without exception. The ice only sealed their corpses bite. After a brief period of freezing, all the ice shattered like glass. More than 40 powerful figures collapsed to the ground. Limp and lifeless like dead dogs, Lin Xiao coldly said. This is the true Yishui Han, unparalleled in his arrogance. Have you learned it? The original Yishui Han only had high critical damage and slow effect. After the Heart of Plunder was taken back, it was modified and strengthened. In addition to the huge increase in damage, the slow effect was also upgraded to hard control freezing. The arrogant and invincible man collapsed to the ground, both ashamed and angry yet speechless. Everyone was shocked. When Lin Xiao was pulled back by the ruthless iron hand, they all thought that Lin Xiao's first blood, which he had maintained for so long, was finally going to be taken by someone else. They never expected that things would end up like this. The viewers in the live stream all said they didn't understand it at all. Haha, that cuckold guy's ruthless hand is spot on. If he'd hooked up with someone else, he'd definitely be showing off. Too bad he hooked up with a dad. If heaven hadn't given birth to Meth's cuckolded brother, the Dao would have remained shrouded in eternal darkness. Father, come here. They really thought everyone on the leaderboard was a pro. 40 out of them launched a sneak attack, and Sword Feather God took them all down in one move. What kind of pros are they? Turns out they're just a bunch of filler. Previously, these top-ranked players were all incredibly arrogant when they saw themselves on the achievement list. They were all incredibly cocky when speaking in the expert channel. But now, Lin Xiao has publicly stripped them of their false reputations. If they try to intimidate others with the label of expert in the future, they will truly be laughed at. Fan Hua Ryuxu, who had returned to True Dragon City, breathed a sigh of relief. Fortunately, she did not intend to be Lin Xiao's enemy. After seeing the system announcement that Lin Xiao had won the championship, she went straight back to the city instead of continuing on with Ren Quang Wudi and the others. This was the best decision she made tonight. Lin Xiao killed more than 40 players in one go. His originally white ID turned into the deepest blood red, which is what people commonly call a red name. System announcement: player Jianyu has surpassed 10 kills this week, successfully unlocking the God of Slaughter ranking. The God-slaying ring reward has been obtained. Players wishing to compete for the God-slaying ring can view the God of Slaughter ranking rules for details. The system announcement included a screenshot of the Godslayer ring's attributes, which everyone could click to view. Godslayer ring, a ring that only the strongest god of death deserves to possess. Level: none attack power, none spell power, none. Special attribute: soul harvesting, either live or die. Soul harvest: when killing, you can harvest the souls of the dead. For each dead person killed, you can harvest one soul, increasing your base attack power and spell power by 1%. Soul harvest can accumulate up to 100 points, increasing your base attack power and spell power by 100%. Either live or die while possessing the Godslayer ring. One cannot be killed. If killed, the ring automatically transfers to the new victor. Holy crap, you can get rewards for killing people. And the more you kill, the more explosive the damage becomes. This leaderboard is interesting, I have to check it out. Haha, I can't beat Jian Yu at killing bosses. But I think I have a good chance at killing people. That's right, we can always hire actors, hahaha. Lin Xiao sneered, killing people is easy, how naive. If this god-slaying ring were really that easy to obtain. Lin Xiao in his previous life wouldn't have waited until he ascended to godhood to get it. First, participate in the ranking competition. You must kill more than 10 people. These 10 people have certain requirements, their levels cannot differ by more than 10 levels. Second, you cannot kill the same person 10 times in a row. You must kill 10 different people in a row. The kill count is reset every Monday, which means you must ensure that you kill more than 10 people every week. Thank you to Indifference and Heartless for the gifts. Also, thank you to Ali J. Wang for the 10 mooncakes. With your support, I believe this book will become a huge hit with the recommendations in a few days. Thank you again to these 3 amazing contributors. In the early stages, there were indeed many actors who would intentionally sacrifice themselves to earn pocket money by selling their own kills. However, there are basically no more players who intentionally lose experience points after level 20. Because after level 20, being killed will result in a loss of experience points. In the higher the level, the more experience points you will lose. As you progress further into the game, what you lose isn't just experience points but your life. It's important to know that the killing ring has a soul harvest attribute. When you kill 100 people, it will increase your attack power by 100%. This bonus is twice that of the 5-kill ring, equivalent to Lin Xiao's absolute critical strike talent. Such a temptation is irresistible to any ambitious person. This killing ring has the property of either living or dying. Once someone deals, the ring will definitely explode. Therefore, many players who want to obtain the killing ring will take the risk of ambushing and besieging the ring's owner. The player who obtains this killing ring will immediately become the enemy of the entire server. If one doesn't have the strength to be an enemy of the entire server, how can one protect the ring even if they obtain it? Lin Xiao had witnessed countless powerful figures perish for this cause. He was well aware of his own strength and deeply understood a principle. Even a true dragon must remain hidden in the pool when it is not its time to fly. Therefore, he had never participated in the struggle for the killing ring and had always been quietly developing his strength. But in this life, the killing ring fell into his hands first, so he would never allow anyone to take it away. Lin Xiao picked up all the equipment and 3 Easter eggs with a single click. From his friend list, they found the locations of Zai Min, Nai Xiao and Fan Hua Ryuksu, and then refreshed the 3 Easter eggs at their locations. Ding! Player Yeyu Liangsing has picked up your Easter egg. Congratulations! You have obtained 10 advanced experience pills, ding. Player Nai Xiao has picked up your Easter egg. Congratulations on obtaining the Dance of Flowing Water necklace, purple. Ding! Player Blooming Flowers Like Snow has picked up your Easter egg. Congratulations on receiving the land deed reward. All 3 beautiful women sent thank you notes, although we don't know what rewards they received. For such a large-scale event, the rewards are certainly not stingy. After consuming 10 high-level experience pills, Lin Xiao's level rose to 17. And now his level has completely surpassed that of ordinary players. The necklace has good stats, but it needs enchanting and refining to be perfect. What Lin Xiao is most interested in is the land deed. Land deed. With this land deed, you can obtain permanent ownership of Fengxiang Manor on Juk Street in the South City. On Juk Avenue in the southern part of Zhenlong City, there is a beautiful manor. The manor has elegant green ponds and clear streams, flowering trees and waterside pavilions, as well as magnificent palisade-stone towers. Pavilions and towers, the scenery is varied and exquisite. The buildings inside are extremely luxurious, with red walls and green tile sand upturned pavilions. All the wooden beams and eaves are painted with a bright red lacquer, making them as vibrant and eye-catching as a ball of fire. Within Fengxiang Manor stands a building called Fengxiang Tower, which resembles a phoenix spreading its wings. Hence its name. After the St. Laurent treasure map event ended, Lin Xiao took the land deed and returned to True Dragon City. He walked very carefully along the way, avoiding all the patrolling guards, because he is currently a red-named player. And red-named players are not allowed to enter the safe zone. If they do enter, they will be killed on the spot if they encounter patrolling guards. He led Xin Yiku to Fengxiang Manor. The entire manor was shrouded in a barrier. Lin Xiao unlocked the land deed, and the barrier immediately disappeared. System announcement. Player Jianyu has unlocked the Phoenix Manor deed and officially become the owner of Phoenix Tower. Holy crap, what's going on? Players can buy houses in the game. The players were all stunned. They quickly checked the announcement details and realized that players really could acquire their own property in the game. However, these properties are not bought with money, but unlocked by obtaining land deeds through various activities and tasks. As for the functions of real estate, they are diverse. For example, a roadside stall can be used by players to trade in-game items while the game is running in the background. Players can choose to rent out a shop to NPCs and earn rent. For example, renting to a money exchange owner will earn them a generous daily gold coin reward, while renting to an inscription merchant will grant them various inscription items for free every day. A property as large as Phoenix Manor has even more functions. The basic reward alone is 1 experience pill per day. As for other functions, Lin Xiao will have to develop them himself. As Xin Yiku strolled around Fengxiang Tower said, haha. I've been in Zhenlong City for so many years and haven't even managed to get a small stall. You've only been here a day and you've already got a whole manor. Not bad, young man, Lin Xiao said so. Are you interested in cooperating with me? Lin Xiao certainly doesn't have time to manage such a large estate. He brought Xin Yiku here to cooperate with him. But cooperating with a shrewd businessman like Xin Yiku requires a lot of caution. Xin Yiku's eyes darted around. Cooperation. How do you want to cooperate? Lin Xiao said. I plan to open an equipment shop here first, and you can manage it. You'll specialize in providing various equipment services for newcomers. Xin Yiku laughed heartily. You've come to the right person if you want to cooperate with me. I'm not bragging, but I'm an expert in everything: equipment forging, appraisal, socket refining, enchanting, no matter the craft. If I were to step in, not only in True Dragon City, but in 99% of the equipment merchants in other cities, they'd be begging on the streets, but for a new store opening, I need to display some samples to attract customers first. Otherwise I'd be like a skilled cook without ingredients. Lin Xiao said, you don't need to worry about that. I have plenty of stock in my warehouse. Xin Yiku scoffed. Stockpile? What stockpile? If it's just plain stuff, there's no need to bring it out. You can't even get any good materials from disassembling it. I have no interest in selling cheap stuff, don't worry. I'm not interested in cheap low-quality items. Everything I sell is blue grade or higher. That's alright, I can dismantle and reforge the blue gear. It'll all be at least yellow gear with amazing stats. I guarantee it'll sell for a good price. By the way, we need at least 1,000 samples for the opening. How much do you have in stock? We're probably still short 300 or 400 pieces. That's far from enough, no. I mean, we're just 300 or 400 short of reaching 10,000. Xin Yiku's eyes nearly popped out of their sockets. Are you kidding me? You've only been training for a few days. 10,000 pieces of equipment. And all of them are blue grade or higher. Are there so many pieces of equipment in the jungle now that you could pick them up with sacks? Lin Xiao said, I'm not joking with you. Just tell me when we can open for business. Xin Yiku thought for a moment. If we process all 10,000 plus pieces of basic equipment into good quality, we can open for business tomorrow. Lin Xiao nodded. Okay. Then you'll be in charge of this place from now on. Just let me know if you need anything. Do you have any other questions? Xin Yiku said. Yes, eyes. This place is so big. Are you interested in renting it out again? Lin Xiao said, that depends on who you're renting from. If it's one of those peddlers, I'm not interested. Xin Yiku said, don't worry. She's definitely not some lowlife like a peddler or tavern owner. I'm introducing you to a big shot who can truly make you rich and powerful. If you're interested, I can arrange for you to meet her in person tomorrow. How about it? A powerful figure who can truly make me rise to prominence. Lin Xiao was taken aback for a moment, but then he immediately guessed who this important person Xin Yiku was talking about was. The third princess of True Dragon City, Mo Yunyan. Lin Xiao immediately replied, "Okay, you arrange it for me. I'll meet her here at this time tomorrow." Lin Xiao originally planned to use that skin lottery card to try his luck in the skin shop. But he overestimated the average player. Lin Xiao had already reached level 17. So leveling up was easy for him but for ordinary players. It was a completely different story. It's already 1 a.m. And fewer than 100,000 players have reached True Dragon City. So the skin shop is not yet open. Lin Xiao was too lazy to wait, so he logged off. Lin Xiao drifted off to sleep soundly, unaware that countless powerful figures were already losing sleep because of him. A beautiful woman as aloof as snow wakes up in a simulated space capsule. This simulated space capsule can completely isolate all external interference and offers exceptional comfort. Many wealthy gamers choose to lie in these capsules to enjoy the best gaming experience. The manufacturer of these capsules claims that every god in the eternal journey will be born in their capsule. Ironically, the biggest god who caused a sensation across the entire server was the one who played the game while lounging on a broken sofa every day. This is a secret villa. The aloof beauty pushed open the door and went straight to the villa's hall. In the hall, a group of people who looked to be of extraordinary status had been waiting for a long time. As soon as the aloof beauty arrived, everyone stood up in unison, "Miss Bai." The aloof beauty's real name is Bai Zuwu, and she is also one of Lin Xiao's 3 gaming friends. Fan Huaryuksu. Bai Zuwu gave a cold hem and sat down at the round table in the hall. Only after seeing her sit down did everyone dare to sit down again. Bai Zuwu didn't waste any words and went straight to the point. "Have you investigated the matter I asked you to investigate? Is there any player whose level is higher than Jian Yu's right now? I'm not referring to the kingdom of Saint Cassia. I'm certain there's no one in Saint Cassia who's higher than Jian Yu. I'm referring to players across the entire Holy Light continent, including those from the outer realms. Here, I must introduce the world view of Eternal Journey. Unlike other games that simply create a small map and open hundreds of servers, or even separate domestic and international servers, Eternal Journey doesn't have servers that can be merged by the official team at the right time. This approach is not suitable for an Eternal Journey because it would face many problems. For example, if there are hundreds of servers, and each server has the same boss, who gets the first kill of this boss after the servers are merged? For example, if the same goddess NPC has had intimate relationships with powerful players in each server, then after the servers are merged, whose wife will she be considered? The world of Eternal Journey has only one map, but the area of this map is more than 100 times the area of Earth. Therefore, it can accommodate billions of players worldwide without any issues. What Lin Xiao and his group mean by the whole server is not the actual whole server, but only a national server called Saint Cassia on the Holy Light continent. Besides Saint Cassia, there are hundreds of other countries on the Holy Light continent. Each country is separated from the others by a seal. When the players of a certain country become powerful enough to break the seal, that country will automatically annex the surrounding countries, thus achieving the effect of merging the servers. Therefore, the merging of servers in Eternal Journey is not controlled by the official team, but rather driven by the players themselves. In addition, the first nation to break the seal and annex another country will receive a generous conqueror's reward, including NPCs and players alike. All players have to do is unlock the seal step by step, from small countries to large countries, then to top holy city and finally to the divine kingdom. Players who fail to reach the Divine Kingdom within the specified timeframe will be abandoned by the Divine Kingdom and slaughtered in a massive catastrophe. A man in a suit replied based on our current understanding. Throughout the entire Holy Light continent, including the Outer Realms, we haven't found any player whose level surpasses Jian Yu's. The highest level player, reportedly a foreign military expertise only level 13. Finalized man in the suit added, however. This is only our investigation, as you know. There are many mysterious forces participating in the eternal journey globally. Therefore, it's possible that many powerful figures, for various reasons, prefer not to be in the limelight. Thus, our investigation isn't necessarily 100% accurate. Unless the official rankings are released, we cannot be 100% certain that Jian Yu is number 1. Bai Zuo said, even if he's not number 1. He's definitely in the top 10. We absolutely cannot miss out on such a genius. I will spare no expense to bring him under our command. The man in the suit said, of course, but. The man in the suit hesitated, as if he wanted to say something but then stopped. Bai Zuo said unhappily, speak plainly. The man in the suit then said, okay. Although Sword Feather might be the strongest right now, according to our statistics excluding Sword Feather, the overall strength of all other players in Saint Kasha is the weakest. Bai Zuo's expression turned even uglier, because she was one of the players the man in the suit had mentioned, excluding Jian Yu. Bai Zuo said coldly, what's your basis for saying that? The man in the suit said, according to the achievement lists released by other Huxia servers, almost every Huxia server has several players on the solo kill achievement list. Of course, their solo kills can't compare to Jian Yu's. When the servers emerged, their solo kill rings will definitely be forcibly taken back by the system. But no matter what, other Huxia servers have at least 5 players on the list, while St. Cassia apart from Jian Yu has no one. The same applies to the first kill rankings. St. Cassia Swordfeather stands out, with all other players only having 1 kill. In contrast, other Huxia servers require at least 5 kills to even make the list. The difference, you know what I mean, immediately. A bespectacled man added, now St. Cassia is jokingly called the food server by players from other Huxia servers, saying that all players except for Sword Feather are noobs. I have many friends who play on other Huxia servers, and according to them, their servers have also had events similar to the St. Laurent treasure map. However, without exception, it was always the treasure map owner and their teammates who won the championship. But the 40+ top players from the St. Cassia server, who teamed up, not only had their championship stolen, but were also completely wiped out by Jian Yu alone. This is utterly ridiculous. The video of your team's defeat has gone viral on various forums, and many streamers and content creators are using your disastrous gameplay to make fun of you. Shut up, Bai Zuo roared in fury. I wasn't there when Jian Yu killed someone instantly. Don't drag me into it. Although Bai Zuo was furious, she knew in her heart that even if she had been there, the result would have been the same. She would have been instantly killed by Jian Yu. The man in the suit cautiously asked Miss Bai, if I may be so bold, Jian Yu's strength is truly astonishing. With his power, can we really defeat him? Bai Zuo thought for a moment, then smiled charmingly and said, some men are destined to be conquered only by women. At 6 p.m. when Lin Xiao logged into the game, the skin shop in True Dragon City was not yet open, which made Lin Xiao frown. Are there still players in St. Cassia who are above level 10 but haven't reached 100? 0 yet. He had checked the forums and found that the skin shops in other Huxia servers had basically opened by midnight. The earliest one, Bilgewater, had even opened its skin shop event as early as noon. However, the kingdom of St. Cassia, her Lin Xiao had not made any moves yet. This confirms the opinions of players on the forum regarding the kingdom of St. Cassia. St. Cassia is considered a bottom-tier, low-ranking kingdom. Some players who like to stir things up have even renamed the kingdom of St. Cassia to the kingdom of Sword Feather, mocking that apart from Sword Feather, St. Cassia has no one who can fight. This shouldn't be the case. Lin Xiao remembered clearly that in his previous life, Although the kingdom of Saint Cassia wasn't exactly a superpower, and was ultimately annexed by a powerful nation from another region in the final round of unification, it was by no means a weak country. How could it be so different in this life? Just as Lin Xiao was racking his brains, a message box suddenly popped up on his game interface. Ding Fengxiang Tower has been renovated. Please return to Fengxiang Tower immediately to unlock the management system. Lin Xiao suddenly remembered his collaboration with Xin Yiku to open an equipment shop yesterday. And at the same time, he also figured out why the skin shop was still not open. It's all because of him. Lin Xiao then hurriedly returned to his Phoenix Manor. Because he was still a red-named player, he kept his void eye active the whole way, and would detour around any patrolling guards he saw. Upon arriving at Fengxiang Tower in front of the manor, Lin Xiao's eyes lit up, after a day of preparation by Xin Yiku. Fengxiang Tower had been completely transformed. The entire Fengxiang Tower is 9 stories high, and each floor is filled with display cases, which contain equipment that has been forged and recast in the Xinyi warehouse. It must be said that Xin Yiku is indeed a top-notch blacksmith. Originally, many of the equipment were below level 10 and had little value at present. However, after he disassembled, synthesized and forged them, they were all upgraded to level 10 or above. Not only did the level increase, but the quality also greatly improved. Originally, Xin Yiku said she would try to upgrade them to yellow gear. But in fact, 90% of the equipment eventually reached orange, and more than 100 pieces even reached purple gear. Just like Lin, however, none of these equipment items were enchanted. So compared to Lin Xiao's, they were merely watered-down versions of purple gear. But even so, Lin Xiao didn't care, because equipment only accounted for 20% of his strength at most. His true strength came from his abnormal talents and skills. Of course, with such a high yield rate, some losses are inevitable. Out of nearly 10.0 pieces of equipment, only less than 2.0 were ultimately finished products. But this suited Lin Xiao's taste even better. Low profit margins and high sales volume don't actually make money, and they can easily lower one's image. On the contrary, taking the high-quality route is more profitable. After all, it's hard to make money from the poor, only from the rich. What satisfied Lin Xiao the most was that every piece of equipment had a unique inscription attribute of Fengxiang Tower, Phoenix soaring to the 9 heavens. Phoenix soars to the 9 heavens, increases all base attributes of equipment by 10%. For example, the Windwalker's helmet. After adding the Phoenix soaring 9 heavens inscription attribute, its attribute panel becomes Windwalker's helmet level 10 grade, orange epic. Health 745 plus 74, 5 physical defense 462 plus 46 2. Spell defense 525 52, 5 epic attribute radiant shield. Grants immunity to 1 enemy attack. The shield breaks upon being attacked, initiating a cooldown period of 40 seconds. Phoenix soars to the 9 heavens, Phoenix soaring tower exclusive inscription. Increases all basic attributes by 10%. As long as the product is good, there's no need to worry about a lack of buyers. Lin Xiao immediately posted the news of Fengxiang Tower's upcoming opening on the game forum. Holy crap, to 1,000 pieces of equipment. All with top-tier stats, awesome, voice cracks. A helmet for 7,500 RMB, a radiant blade for 20,000 RMB. Wow, that's outrageous. Let's all boycott this unscrupulous merchant. Don't buy his equipment and see if he'll lower the prices. Lin Xiao replied, it's a voluntary transaction. Not forced, thank you, immediately. Numerous replies appeared in support of Lin Xiao. Where did this country bumpkin come from? With such great stats, this price is already a steal. The high price isn't its flaw, it's your flaw. The argumentative logic, I earn 3.0 yuan a month and can't afford a Rolls-Royce. That's not my fault. It's that the Rolls-Royce owner is too greedy. You have the heart for luxury goods, but only the fate of someone who only knows how to buy pinjuajuo. So accept your fate, you trolls. Soon Lin Xiao's Fengxiang Tower officially opened. Although many trolls on the forum urged everyone not to send money to Lin Xiao, The moment it opened, the doors of Fengxiang Tower were almost broken by the surging crowd. Lin Xiao has unlocked the Phoenix Pavilion's trading system. Every time he sells a piece of equipment, the gold coins will be automatically deposited into Lin Xiao's inventory. Lin Xiao can also check the details of each transaction in the background at any time, which is very convenient in less than 10 minutes. The entire Fengxiang Tower was like it had been swept clean. All the equipment was gone, and Lin Xiao's profits reached 20 million. Adding to the 20 million he had previously earned from Nai Xiaoyu. Lin Xiao had saved a huge sum of 40 million in just 4 days. Finally, Lin Xiao placed the intermediate-level marrow cleansing pill at the forefront and set it for auction. Starting bid 10 million RMB, auction lasts 24 hours. Upon seeing this marrow cleansing pill, countless buyers' eyes lit up. But the starting bid of 10 million was something that ordinary people simply couldn't afford. 10 minutes passed and still no one started bidding. But Lin Xiao wasn't in a hurry, brother Jian Yu. Nai Xiao suddenly appeared out of nowhere. Pulling Lin Xiao to corner, brother Jian Yu. Stop the auction, the price is too high, no one can afford it. Just sell it to me directly, I'll add another million. Before Lin Xiao could speak, Fan Huaruzhu appeared immediately. A gasp immediately erupted from the crowd. The transaction panel on the display case showed that blooming flowers like snow had already made a bid of 10 million. Nai Xiaoyu retorted angrily, do you know who I am? Fan Huaruzhu sneered arrogantly, you know her, right? Nai Xiaoyu, precious daughter of Nai Qinglong, the president of Hongxin International. Nai Xiaoyu was taken aback. No one outside the Nai family knew her ID. How did Fan Huaruzhu know it? Lin Xiao smiled slightly. He now knew Nai Xiaoyu's real name. Fan Huaruzhu continued. I advise you not to compete with me. I don't care about a good-for-nothing girl who can only rely on her father. Besides, I don't think Jian Yu would be interested in a useless and boring woman like you. After saying that, she deliberately gave Lin Xiao an elegant smile, right? Lin Xiao's lips curled into a meaningful smile. That's not necessarily true. Wealth and beautiful women are every man's dream. I have no reason not to welcome a beautiful and wealthy patron like Miss Nai. Nai Xiaoyu, who was originally full of resentment, immediately laughed when she heard Lin Xiao's words. Fan Huaruzhu said softly, is that so? I also have wealth and beauty and I'm even better than her. So you'll definitely welcome me, Marite. Before Lin Xiao could speak, Fan Huaruzhu continued. If you don't believe me, I can meet you in person. Trust me, I will definitely exceed your expectations. Nai Xiaoyu snorted coldly, if you're really sincere. Then introduce yourself now. Brother Jian Yu already knows my identity, what about yours? Fan Huaruzhu said, this is none of your business. I'll tell him when I meet the master in real life. Lin Xiao said calmly, I'm sorry. But I won't be meeting anyone in real life before the Kangni undergoes its transformation. The Kangni has mutated. Fan Huaruzhu and Nai Xiaoyu were both stunned. What? The Kangni has mutated. The Kangni mutation is the intersection between the game and reality. Recalling the day of the Kangni mutation, Lin Xiao feels as if it were just yesterday, on that day. A gigantic azure salamander suddenly swam across the skies above the Holy Light continent. Like a colossal kun spanning tens of thousands of miles, the salamander blotted out the sun, plunging the Holy Light continent into eternal night. The real world also began to change drastically. From that day forward, everyone realized that the end was near, and every player began to fight for survival. Lin Xiao said with a hint of sarcasm, I thought you game prophets really knew about this game. Turns out, you don't even know about the Azure Salamander's mutation. The two of them were immediately a little embarrassed. Just as they were about to press for more information, Xin Yiku walked over. Xin Yiku said, Master, the person I mentioned yesterday has been waiting for you at the Goddess Pavilion for quite some time. Do you have time to go and see him now? Lin Xiao said in a deep voice, Okay, I'll go right away. With that, Lin Xiao turned and headed towards the backyard without looking back. leaving Nai Xiao and Fan Hua Ryuxu shocked once again. Other equipment merchants only trade in ordinary equipment. But Zinyaku can provide all sorts of amazing services. This top-tier equipment NPC is so polite to Lin Xiao, treating him like his master. Just how powerful is Jian Yu to be able to make an NPC so obedient? Fan Hua Ryuxu coldly said, Nai Xiao, I'm warning you again. I'm determined to have Jian Yu. Don't even think about competing with me for it. Nai Xiao sneered, sorry, I Nai Xiao have never been interested in any man, but once I do, I will never let go. Fan Hua Ryuxu rolled her eyes at Nai Xiao. Fine. We'll see. Lin Xiao arrived at the back garden of Fengxiang Manor, where there was a quiet little courtyard with an elegant little pavilion built of mahogany. This was the goddess pavilion. Lin Xiao entered the pavilion, where a mysterious woman was sitting. Her face was covered by a red veil, making it impossible to see her features. But her outstretched hands, as clear and white as jade, were so alluring they made one's heart flutter. Her eyes sparkled with laughter, her beautiful, expressive eyes radiated charm. The game details of Eternal Journey are flawless. Lin Xiao could even smell a faint fragrance of a young girl, which naturally came from the mysterious woman in front of him. In an instant, the wind stopped and the moonlight dimmed. Lin Xiao took a deep breath before slowly coming back to his senses. The mysterious woman's ID above her head read, Delinquent Girl Mo Union. Bad girl doesn't refer to delinquent woman, but rather to a profession in Eternal Journey. It refers to an NPC who specializes in creating various skins and costumes. If other players saw this ID, they would definitely think she was a skin and fashion merchant. But Lin Xiao knew that Bad Girl was just a cover for her true identity. Her true identity is the third princess of True Dragon City. Skins and costumes are game items that every player dreams of. Mo Union saw this and used various rare skins and costumes as bait to bribe experts from all walks of life to become her personal henchmen. Her goal is to become the Lord of True Dragon City. In his previous life, Lin Xiao was mediocre in talent and had to sign a death contract with her in order to catch up with those expert players. Unfortunately, Mo Union never paid much attention to Lin Xiao, who had only average talent. But she never expected that none of the expert players she valued would achieve great things. Instead, it was Lin Xiao, this ordinary person, who accompanied her to the end and helped her seize the throne of the True Dragon City Lord. It can be said that Mo Union was the first benefactor in Lin Xiao's gaming career. And Lin Xiao has always been very grateful to her, Mo Union, who ascended the throne, once expressed her feelings to Lin Xiao, unfortunately. At that time, Lin Xiao was facing a life-or-death decision regarding the Kangni mutation, and he had to leave Zhenlong City and embark on a journey to the Divine Kingdom. Later, Lin Xiao heard that True Dragon City had been razed to the ground by the evil spirit army, and that Mo Union had set herself on fire when the city fell. Perishing in the flames, enraged, he slaughtered the entire army of 100 who had conquered True Dragon City in a single day. And the black blood of the evil spirits filled the entire city. Since then, the commanders of the evil spirits and ghosts would flee at the mere mention of Jian Yu's name. Some, finding their mounts too slow, would simply kick them to death and run away themselves. Mo Union frowned slightly. Your gaze is strange. What do you know me before? Lin Xiao snapped out of his daze and smiled. How could that be? I've only just arrived in True Dragon City. As he spoke, Lin Xiao sat down in the chair next to Mo Union. Mo Union smiled and said, Xin Yiku is right. You are indeed a very special person. Few people dare to get this close to me. Lin Xiao smiled calmly and changed the subject. I got a skin lottery card in the maze event yesterday. But your skin shop is still not open. So I don't know what to do with this lottery card, giggle. Mo Union let out a silvery laugh. It's not just you. All the newcomers in True Dragon City are going crazy waiting. Actuality opening event could have started yesterday, but I kept putting it off until now. Do you know why? Lin Xiao deliberately said, it can't be because of Mechanit. Mo Union said, yes, it's because of you. I've heard about your performance these past few days. To be honest, I've never seen a newcomer as strong as you before. I was thinking that ordinary activities in other countries might not be very interesting for you. Should I organize something big just for you? Are you up for it? Lin Xiao's lips curled into a smile. Instead of answering whether he dared or not, he asked directly, when will it start? Mo Yunyan's eyes gleamed with approval, just as rumored. Arrogant and disdainful of everyone, after a pause. Mo Yunyan added, however, I think you should listen to my rules first. Perhaps after hearing them, you'll change your mind. Lin Xiao listened quietly. And Mo Yunyan then began to explain to him, you probably already know about the skin store events in other countries. Right. Lin Xiao was naturally aware that other events in the Huxia server had already started. Strictly speaking, the skin store events in other countries aren't really big prize events. Their main purpose is to let players understand skins as an item. So basically, as long as you participate, you're guaranteed a reward. A reward that everyone can receive naturally can't be a super reward. The most basic reward can be obtained by killing a few hundred monsters. The rewards are all ordinary skins, which are not only terrible in terms of stats, but also have an awkward design. It's said that a crazy player won a skin in a lottery. And after equipping it, he looked like a female version of Cheng Yaojin, which viewers found incredibly awful. Even the best reward can be obtained by simply running a regular Nether Fortress dungeon. And all you get is a basic chroma skin. The chroma skin does have a slightly better design, giving it a cool and sophisticated look. But the attribute enhancements are rather underwhelming, with an overall attribute increase of only about 20%. Mo Yunyan said, I've decided to cancel the regular skin rewards. To get the skin, you'll have to grind the Nether Fortress dungeon. Mo Yunyan's attitude was clear. She refused to let trashy people get their hands on ordinary skin from her. Trash didn't even deserve trashy skin if they wanted skin. They had to rely on real skill and it had to be good. Lin Xiao frowned and asked, the Netherworld Fortress instance, is it different from other instances? Mo Yunyan said, of course there's a difference. I've set 3 levels for the Netherworld Fortress dungeon, normal, hard and hell. Lin Xiao's lips curled into a smile. And he said, interesting. The rewards for these 3 levels should be different. Right? Mo Yunyan said, of course for the regular level. It's the same as other countries. Just give them a random chroma skin as a token gesture. Lin Xiao then asked, what about the difficult level? Mo Yunyan said, the hard difficulty level is naturally much more lucrative. My reward is a limited edition rare skin, furthermore. The first 10 players to complete the level will receive my autograph, which provides additional signature attributes. At this point, Mo Yunyan smiled knowingly, don't you have a skin lottery card? If you use that card now, you won't need to waste time grinding dungeons. I can directly give you a signed limited edition skin. However, after using the lottery card, you won't be allowed to participate in this event anymore. Without hesitation, Lin Xiao asked, what are the rewards for the purgatory level? Mo Yunyan said, well, all I can say is that the rewards for the purgatory level challenge are enough to make everyone envious. I won't announce them now. Once someone has actually managed to get them, I'll naturally reveal them. If no one has the ability to get them, then there's no need for you to know, right? Mo Yunyan looked at Lin Xiao, a meaningful smile appearing in her eyes once again. By the way, you only get one chance to complete the Hell difficulty dungeon. Once you choose it, you have to finish it in one go. If you fail, not only can you not try again, but you're also not allowed to participate in normal or hard difficulty dungeons. So are you still sure you want the highest reward? Lin Xiao smiled calmly. You used a good provocation tactic. But actually it's completely unnecessary for me. Even if you hadn't said anything, I would still have chosen the highest reward. It's just that this way, I always feel like I'm at a disadvantage. Mo Yunyan said, suffer a loss, what do you mean by that? Lin Xiao said, according to your rules, if I choose the lottery card, I can't run the purgatory dungeon. And if I choose the purgatory level dungeon, I can't use the lottery card. What's the point of all the lottery cards I worked so hard to get? Mo Union was taken aback, indeed according to her rules. Lin Xiao had indeed suffered a loss, however. Mo Union immediately replied, "If I were to exchange a heavenly punishment card for the skin lottery card you have, would you be willing?" Lin Xiao asked the heavenly punishment card. "What is that?" Mo Union extended her delicate hand and handed a black card to Lin Xiao, who accepted it. Divine punishment card. After unlocking, you gain the divine punishment attribute, allowing you to punish wicked people on behalf of the gods. Killing someone will never result in a red name, indicating a loss of reputation, and will instantly destroy all of the target's equipment. It can be used in all safe zones within the True Dragon City's territory. Without hesitation, Lin Xiao handed over his skin lottery card in exchange. Compared to the heavenly punishment attribute, a mere limited edition signed skin was utterly worthless. Besides, Lin Xiao hadn't even wanted this mid-tier reward. Ding! You have unlocked the substitute for heaven punishment card and gained the substitute for heaven attribute. Immediately Lin Xiao's ID was cleared from red. Now he can kill at will. Anyone who dares to talk back to him will be met with a sword and knife without hesitation. Last time when the madman and the invincible gang ambushed him, although he killed all those despicable people instantly, they did not suffer any real losses. Now things are different. Anyone who dies at his hands will be completely annihilated, leaving not even their underwear. What's even better is that he can kill people even in the safe zone, although it's currently limited to True Dragon City. As True Dragon City's sphere of influence expands, the range of people he can kill will also increase. If you dare to be disrespectful to Lin Xiao again, there will be no safe zone, Mo Union said. Since you've already decided, shall we start the event now? Lin Xiao said in a deep voice, "Okay," immediately. System announcements flooded the St. Kasha forums, and players from other Huxia servers were furious when they saw the St. Kasha event on the forums. "Are you kidding me? Aren't all the events in this game standardized?" Protest. "This is unfair. We Builtworth players also have to grind for Inferno rewards." You talk like you could easily beat it just by having someone farm for you. Go check the stats of the Hell difficulty boss in the event announcement before you start spouting nonsense. Okay, holy crap. All the Hell level bosses have turned into Silver level bosses. And the ultimate boss is actually a hidden, upgraded Silver level boss. If we find a super powerful one, it'll wipe everyone out in one hit. Many bosses have hidden attributes that are only revealed after players interact with them, a process commonly known as treasure appraisal. Even the worst boss can increase a player's overall strength assessment by more than 50%. However, if a player is unlucky enough to appraise an extremely powerful boss, they can basically be doomed.